That's me.
Hey,
Hey,
hello, hello, hello.
hello. Are we live? Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. Um, Intrinsic, you gonna grab the link?
Okay. We live twice.
Hmm?
I said we live twice.
Where?
It,
Oh,
just that's nothing.
oh, okay, okay.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hello, hello. Hey, down player. Demetri Little Day, Miss Bernadette.
Hello.
Hello.
That that's intrinsic, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, TC.
Hey, intrinsic. How are you?
I'm great. I'm awesome. How are you?
Good. Very good. Thank you.
That's what's up.
Yes. Mhm. Just so you know, Dcop, I just want to let you know for true transparency.
Hmm.
Got your got your message about the rules of
Oh,
the the rules of engagement.
the
Yes,
rules.
yes.
The
Okay.
rules.
I know
Uh,
that.
Jessica, you grab the link. B-Town, I thought I seen you down there.
Yeah, where Miss B-Town? What up, B-Town girl?
Let's see.
Where is? I see Bernadette. What's she doing? She trying to. Why everybody's trying to be shy?
Because they don't know that they supposed to come in and hit the link. I didn't.
Hit the link.
Yeah, hit the link.
NYW. How you doing? Drop it like it's hard. What's up, pretty chocolate girl? Oh, she didn't feel good.
Oh, bless her heart.
Who didn't feel good?
No, she didn't feel good.
Who didn't feel good?
Pretty chocolate girl.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Everybody,
where y'all at? What's going on?
Yeah, grab the link.
I like that blue on you, Dcop. That looks good, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah, that color blue, that really does it. That really does it. Yes.
It does look nice on his skin tone.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Oh, you trying to flex with the y'all memes and everything. I'm just trying to say, I don't appreciate all that. We up here in the northern cold and everything. We got to cover up. That ain't right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Do this in July, okay? That's all I got to say. Let's do this in July.
Yeah. And shoot, it's storming here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just went outside, tried to let my dogs out, and it was hailing.
Ooh. Yeah, it's hailing real bad. Are you in Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, Dcop, you in Texas?
Uh-huh.
Are you in detail?
Yeah.
Oh, we right. Child, we like 45 minutes away from each other, child.
Where are you in Houston?
I'm in Fort Worth.
Oh.
Fort Worth, Burleson.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was just storming. It was storming real bad. It stopped. It kind of stopped over here.
Yeah, it was just hailing just a few minutes ago, right before I got on.
Wow.
I was rushing, trying to get my dogs to go outside. They didn't want to go.
Doug, I guess not. They smart.
Jessica, grab the link.
What's going on, y'all? Why y'all being shy?
Everyone that's supposed to be a part
panel
of the panel can go ahead and hit the link.
Grab the link. We waiting on y'all.
We can go ahead and get started if you want. So we can wait for them.
Okay. Yeah, we can go. Let me see. Hold on 1 minute. Okay.
Hello.
Jessica. Hey, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
Hey, everybody. Is my sound good?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. No, I had to call my phone company so they can deal with it. I just had to update my software. No, I wasn't supposed to be part of the panel, but I'll hop up.
Yeah, I thought you said you were. You said you were.
No, I said I was gonna tune in.
Oh, okay. Well,
but it's cool though. I'm already up here. So, how's everybody doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just relaxing. Good. I'm in bed, laying down. Just got off a few hours ago.
Yeah,
that's right. I've been relaxing all day. Chilling, being lazy all day, and I'm still in the bed.
So who is this?
Her name is Jessica.
Oh, okay.
I'm Jessica Michelle.
Okay. Hey, Jessica, how you doing? I'm TC.
Hey, TC.
I thought I seen B-Town.
Right. I see Bernadette. I think I saw B-Town too. What's
Bernadette said she wasn't coming up. Not this
Why
time.
not? Come on, Bernadette. Don't play.
Come on, Bernadette. Get up here.
Philly in the house. What? Yo, Philly in the house. Don't do that.
Orlando, Florida here, baby.
Yeah, I mean, Ain't no party like a Dcop party because the Dcop party don't stop. What you doing?
We'll be on in 30 minutes, finishing up. Okay, QI gonna be late. You know how black people are.
Mhm.
They can't be on time. This
So unprofessional.
come on, this heat.
Miss Bernadette.
Hey,
This
Hey,
heat.
this tea.
hey, you guys hear me?
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hey, this heat.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
What's up?
Hey.
So I guess we will we can go and get started, I guess. Since people are taking their time. Hey, I am
Who's all supposed to come
How you
up?
doing? Huh?
Who is all supposed to come up?
Hold on a minute. You know, I forget.
Demetra, QI, VS, Jessica, Michelle, B-Town, Hester.
Where's Demetra?
Pretty Chocolate Girl. I'm just reading the banner down there.
Oh, okay, good. That's the easy way to do it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, color people time, always. Let's see. So we're missing. How many people we're missing? I know Pretty Chocolate Girl. We're missing her.
Oh, and I don't think she coming up either.
Yeah. She didn't feel
No,
good. And
good.
QI gonna be late.
QI.
And I don't know who else.
All right. Let's
Okay.
roll.
Guess we can start. Unless anybody in the audience that want to substitute for the people that's missing.
Well, I told Pizarro about it. She was like, as long if it's an open panel, she was considering coming. So I don't know.
Oh Lord. Yes.
What?
This is gonna be comical.
And there's somebody. Let me see who this is. There somebody down there? I'm trying to bring whoever that is up. That's down. Oh, Demetria. Hey, Demetria.
Hey,
Demetra.
Hey, Demetra.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, girl?
Ain't nothing. Thank you for inviting me to the panel.
Hey, Demetra.
Hey, Jessica, Michelle.
Demetra, you gonna be reading one of those acts of faith things for us. We're gonna need it tonight.
If need be, I'll find one that fits the situation. Okay.
Okay. Ain't no
Hey,
thing.
DC Cop girl.
Hey,
You act right.
Oh yeah. Hey, Demetra.
All right. Let me take.
Let's see. I can't believe B-Town didn't show up. I seen her in Jay Wilson's chat and Pizarro's chat.
You can't depend on these straight women for nothing.
Just be out of order.
They are out. That's right, out of order.
Dang.
See what I'm saying?
Where's Love?
Look a straight line.
Okay, wait. I have to contact Love Blake. I don't know.
There go Miss Hester, Miss B-Town.
Okay. So I was getting ready to.
I'm gonna locate her. She was gonna get located. It's gonna be an APB out. Okay.
Hey, Bernadette, come on up here, girl. You know you see me up here. You know I got your back, girl. Sorry.
Let me.
Your strong friend up here. Come on.
Come on now, Miss B-Town. Bernadette, don't do this, because we got represent Philly. Don't do this. Don't do this. Come on up.
B-Town, you get to. Or the dragging me. Who dragging you? Big Town. Somebody else? Yeah, we was gonna drag you if you didn't show up when you was in Pizarro's chat and Jay Wilson's chat. You know, I'd be seeing. Let's see. Let me get her up here. Nobody else in the audience? Transparent talk. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, TT?
Get started. Let me
come on up, TT.
Out of the room. Okay. Well.
Oh, Pizarro's coming. I don't know when, but she's coming.
She said she's coming?
Yeah, she's
There
coming.
go my friend. Hey, I'm Bernadette, girl.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Dcop. Hello, panelists.
Hey, Bernadette.
TC, Intrinsic, Demetra Lit. Oh, goddamn day and night.
You already know it.
Okay, Jessica Michelle, my girl, Miss Jezebel. Hello, This Heat. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. I am here, Philly in the building. Okay, TC?
What?
Orlando in the building. Florida's here,
Okay.
TC, you're in Philly?
Yes.
Oh, okay, girl.
That's some Truth asked me the title. Truth.
Come on, transparent talk.
Yeah, the topic for tonight is domestic violence and same-sex relationships. So, okay, let's get it. Who wants to start?
I never dealt with domestic violence.
Want to introduce ourselves?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Before we go to that, I think, it's TC, Demetria. I think those are the only two that have not did their coming out stories. And we definitely want to get those before we start domestic violence. So y'all two, go ahead.
All right, Demetria, go ahead, Demetria.
Okay. Well, my story is one that's a coming out, then going back in story, right? So I say that because I do absolutely consider myself being a recovered lesbian, not bisexual, lesbian, because I actually lived that lifestyle. And when I lived that lifestyle for a long period of time, over 10 years, that's what I did. You know, I didn't have a preference to do anything else. I think when I very first knew, the very first thing I can recall to knowing that I had a attraction for girls and for other girls was like with my best friend, maybe in middle school. Best friends forever, nothing funny, no hanky panky, you know, always the same. We sleep in the same bed. When she's spending in my house, I spend in her house, right? And somewhere between that 7th grade and 8th grade, I found myself in a situation where as we spending the night together, everything the same. But I found myself having to sleep on my hands, you know, because I didn't understand exactly what it was at the time. Exactly, right? I mean, I knew a little bit, but then we're talking about in the early 90s, and you know what I'm saying, I'm about 12, 13, and it was nowhere at all that it was so open as it is today, right? And then being young. So I found myself having to sleep in my hands, and I found that was kind of strange to me. And I can remember my mama always saying, "Damn, Didi, is that your girlfriends or your friends? You act like these girls your girlfriend." She used to always say that to me, you know, because I would be so possessive, you know, still not knowing. The first time I actually acted out on the liking girls and being attracted to girls came a few years later, around 18, and it happened by way of in the club scene, right? In the club scene, and it just happened like that way, and it seemed like the accepted deal. That was all with white girls. No offense to white girls, but when I came to Houston, oh my God, that's when the whole thing changed, right? When I came to Houston and I started seeing that a lot of black women and stuff were just being engulfed in the culture of the lesbian and gay lifestyle in Houston, it just opened my eyes up totally. I just didn't even know it was just being lived out and open, loud. I was still in the club scene. I was dating. Pretty much, I didn't even have to come. Once I just started liking what I like and doing what I was doing, I'm just so much myself that I didn't have to have a hard time breaking it to my family. You know what I'm saying? It was more like a matter of just bringing my girlfriend to with my family. You know what I'm saying? I've always done anything I've done myself, whether good or bad, very loudly, right? My family didn't give me a lot of pushback as far as being rude or nasty to whoever I was with. You know, I dated feminine girls, I dated studs. My longest relationship to this day, my longest relationship is still being with a woman. You know, I was with a woman over 7-8 years. You know, one moment. You know, so that was pretty much my coming out, right? So let me just say, I absolutely label myself as a recovered lesbian. It's because of the fact that for me to going back in still, right? That's me coming out, and then I evolved to where I'm at now, where I'm back in, okay? And that's because of with it being how it was, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I think this is like one of the biggest things in my life that I can see how things really evolve in my lifetime. When I was doing and being in my lesbian relationship, and it was a love relationship, and when it came like past over 5 years, and I started thinking about things like marriage and stuff like that you normally have in a love relationship, at that point in time, I can remember saying that's when I started really looking at what I was doing and how I was living, right? I had my daughter at that time, just only my daughter. My daughter was living with my auntie. My daughter would be around me in that lifestyle. That's all she knew, actually, quite honestly. You know, but something inside of me, you know, even when, you know, it was time, every time it was time to get my daughter back in that lesbian relationship, that lesbian lifestyle and family situation, it always kind of something in my spirit kind of didn't sit right a lot of times. And I often was like, think about, well, I don't know if I necessarily wanted to bring my daughter into the lifestyle of like permanent every day. I'm just being very honest, right? That would always kind of play a part for me making the decision to get my daughter back. When I wanted to get to the point of, you know, after 5 years together in love, I started thinking about marriage and wanting to do this and what about other kids and stuff. And at that time, it was not a accepted thing. At that time, gay marriage was not legal, right? And at that time, you know, as much as my family supported and loved you know, cared about my mate, my partner, they wouldn't come to no wedding. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't come to no ceremony. They wouldn't be up in there giving his blessings. Therefore, you know, and these different things, you know, how I felt, you know, wanting to have the approval of my family, and then also having that tingling of not really. I wasn't very comfortable raising my own child in that type of situation. With the fact that at the time you wouldn't even told me then, I wouldn't even believe that gay marriage would have been legalized, right? That was something I didn't even think was going to truly happen. And I can remember saying, if it was a legal deal, you know what I'm saying, that I could live this lifestyle forever, right? And I'll never forget a gay couple, a lesbian couple next door to me and my lover. The woman died. They had been together for over 15, 20, almost 20 years. And when that woman died, I'll never forget how the woman family came and just took everything out of there, like that other woman wasn't shit. Like their relationship wasn't what it was. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have no rights and stuff. She didn't, you know, all these things played a big effect to me. You know what I'm saying? It really did. And I just was like, I don't know. I don't think I want to live this lifestyle anymore. Right. And I had been very committed to the lifestyle. I hadn't cheated with no man or been with no man. Once I started dating women, that's all I dated. You know, whether it's feminine women or the stud women. My lover at that time, who I was with for all them years, was a stud, you know. And I made a decision to do something different, something I thought was more acceptable, something I thought that would be more fruitful to me in my life. Something I thought that that I was just convicted to do is to make that change and just go back to just dating men and leave that part of my life behind me. Right. For the longest time I can recall, I'm gonna wrap it up. For the longest time I can recall thinking and saying, God, you know what I'm saying? I cannot believe, why did I do this? Because the only thing I've ever known or did know at that point, the only love relationship I'd ever been in my life in was with women. I had never had no love like love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, you love me, you treat me good, we in love. I never experienced that with no man. And I'm talking about, I went years and years and years, right? A lot of time being lonely, a lot of time being by myself, a lot of times questioning, why did I make this decision? When I was dating women, when I was in my lesbian lifestyle, I stayed happy. I stayed getting taken care of. I stayed being loved. Why did I do this? And just for me, my story is that even though that was that way, I'm talking about I was miserable for years and years. I thought I was never going to find love again. I don't know what that was, a test of whatever situation, but it wasn't always easy going back in. You know what I'm saying? I still have my attractions to women. I ain't gonna lie, I dibbled and dabbled a few times in the last, 15 years since then, but even when I dibbled and dabbled, and even when I'm gonna wrap this up, I'll never forget when they start legalizing like the marriages with the insurance and all kind of stuff. I was like, damn, I wonder if I want to be back lesbian now. Because now it's legal. Now I have rights. Now I can get the benefits. Now it's, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn. But I don't know. I just been, I don't know. I'm just not, I just haven't been so just inclined anymore. But I love women. I think they're beautiful. I appreciate them. Every once in a while, one of them catch my attention. I be stalking women, their bodies and shit. I'm just like I be talking about, but that is my story. That's my story.
Thank you, Demetra.
Yeah.
Now that it's legal, let's just, okay, I got you. I understand. I know how that feels. So good evening, everybody. Dcop, thank you to my awesome guest panelists that we're all on here together. It's great to see you. To the chat, hello. I'm TCHBCU Queen. And I like to identify myself as something that I created in terms of a term, and that's called thoroughbred. I don't like stud. I don't like none of them other things. I consider myself and others of us to be thoroughbreds. Why? And I just wanted to say we're professional women who just carry ourselves in a particular manner, and we're not out here, fussing, fighting, cussing, and whatever the case may be. But the thing is that we like what we like, and we like I was just watching Mary J. Blige. I was telling Dcop, I was like, we need to put Mary J. Blige on, because that's what folk need to be wearing. Those feminine ladies need to be wearing them high heel boots all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Lord. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and start with my my story. My coming out story came out at I'm going to say in the 4th grade. I already knew that there was something very, very different. I loved being around women, and in particularly, I was crushing around teachers. All of my teachers, I enjoyed them. So when we were out at lunch or whatever the case may be, I was always the one that had an excuse to do, or to do something, to stay inside, to work, to erase the boards, all that kind of stuff. I was that person. I was kind of brown nosing, but I just wanted to be up under those women because they were looking good. They were coming out of college. I was like smelling good. And I was like, wow, Anyway, so I knew that in the 4th grade when I told my mother, I says, I wanted to buy one of my teachers some perfume. And Dcop, as stingy as my behind is, right? Now my black behind is not going. And I'm from Brooklyn, so I went into Macy's into Manhattan, okay, to get some good perfume. I went to the Macy's in Manhattan. You know, the one that, the ones that some people don't get into, those $200. I spent $200 in the 4th grade. I don't remember. I don't even remember how old I was. I don't even know how I even got the money. But that was a Christmas present. So it was automatic. Then. So anyway, that fast forward after all of that, now I get to 25 and I just said, look, I can't take it anymore. Pride was coming up in New York, and I was going to Pride for the first time in my life. And I just could not, go to New York because I'm in Philly now. I couldn't go to New York. And then, like, say, for instance, somebody sees me on TV and then they call my mother and then they call my friend. So I had to let my parents know. And when I let them know, I said, listen, I had something I want to talk to you about. And they were like, okay. And I told them, that I was, lesbian. And they were like, oh, okay, good. Well, I'm glad you finally told us. I was like, wait, what? They were like, yeah, we knew, but we were waiting for you to tell us. And they were truly my biggest cheerleaders. The next week, my aunt, my mother, my father, we all went to Pride. My aunt just took over the club. I mean, it was just amazing. It was a whole lot of fun. But the interesting part of it is the people you don't think are going to be okay with it are. And the people who you thought would be weren't. And that was very interesting because my favorite aunt, who's a Jehovah's Witness, I just knew that was it. And she just said she didn't care. She loved me and I was still her favorite niece. And that was it. That's all I needed to hear. Anything and everybody else, done deal. My colleagues from college, T, we got it. We understand. No problem. And now I'm like great auntie, these are my godchildren, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of great people, but there were some people who I was fully disturbed with, but they'll be all right. And you just keep it moving. I kept it moving. And that's my coming out story.
Hearing what W say. Let me think.
Thank you.
On a Puerto Rican Poppy at the bodega at 5 years old.
Yeah, I'm telling you, yes. Be surprised.
Okay, who's next? And I heard somebody saying something.
No, I was just telling TC, thank you for sharing that story with us.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So I think we got.
Can I continue? Can I just add something real quick?
Yeah.
Because something I just wanted to add from when I spoke before, because both Demetra and TC kind of hit on something. My family was very, very spiritual. I mean, to the point of some religious. And I'm very glad you guys were met with that, because I was met with I'm going to hell letters from one sister. It took about 3 to maybe 4 years for them. Well, my partner was never accepted at that time. And I was never allowed to take my partner around my family. So it was very difficult for me to make that leap. I pretty much had to do it by myself, but I didn't care because I always made those leaps by myself, period, anyway. My family was never really a part of my decision making when it came to my adulthood anyway. So, but that's very good that y'all were able to, not have that lashback, because a lot of people, and when I was sharing last week, I was, I wasn't trying to be long-winded, but I was trying to add to the fact that in South Carolina, I was at jeopardy of even losing my kids, to piggyback on what Demetra was saying about having your kids around your partner or whatever. So, sometimes it's very difficult for people to come out. It really is. So that's all I wanted to add.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. At the end of the panel, for some of the women in chat that have coming out stories, if you would like to come up after we finish, we'll let you come up and you can tell us your comment in our story. So Right now, we're going to go to the topic, which is domestic violence within same-sex relationship.
Has anybody ever experienced domestic violence in a same-sex relationship? I haven't.
No, I haven't at all.
Yeah, I've always felt like if I gotta put my hands on you, I don't want to be with you. I'll walk away. You know what I mean? Because that's relationships are already toxic, and then to add hitting on each other, like
TC, have you? We're older, so we probably have.
Okay. Okay, it might have gone there had not I had the police come to the scene of the crime. Oh yeah, because it was a mess. It was a real bad situation.
You want to expand?
Sure. I was with a young lady, and she had 4 children, and we were living with each other at the time, and I was going to work. You know when things are just not right. You just know. I don't care what anyone says. You know when stuff is not right. The kissing's not right. Just the whole everything. It just wasn't right. Everything was off. Anyway, went to work, came back, and I was like, whoa, I had a bill to pay. I said, well, I had to go back to the house, and I went back to the house, and I was like, why are all the kids home? Okay. So then I got upstairs and the door was closed. It was locked. So I was like, okay. And then I kicked the door down. And I beat everybody in the place. Everybody. You might have thought it was a Greek wedding because glass went flying, plates was flying, everything was gone. Okay. I absolutely, positively lost it. The kids were like, all of that, whatever. Now, I call the police. And because I know people, whatever the case may be, I called. And some of my folks came in from the department, and they got me. Because I was about to, it was getting ready to be that I was going to hurt both of them as they were in my bed. I was going to hurt both of them badly. But the faces on the children stopped me. And, a lot of times you don't know where you can go until somebody takes you there. So, that's the reason why I called the police, because I knew that it was not going to end it wasn't going to end very well.
Gotcha. But you've never been in like a relationship where it was consistently happening, but you guys work it out, get in a fight, work it out, get in a fight. Nothing like that.
Not at all.
Okay.
But I was.
That was it.
That was all.
Okay.
None of that emotional. It wasn't emotional. It wasn't in and out, going out, in and out. No. Because once I'm out, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
I've never been in a domestic violence situation, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either. I don't even like to argue, so yeah, that hasn't happened to me.
Miss Bernadette?
Well, I've lived life a little, I'll be 55 on Tuesday, so. But I dated men all my life and never had a problem with domestic violence to the very first woman I dated. The very first woman. Wow. Very first. And it is actually because she was much younger than me, to be honest with you. But it wasn't just a domestic violence situation. It was really an immature situation, because I was sharing on my panel the other day, you know how we talk about these U-Haul lesbians. It was more embodied with all of that, and I couldn't get the person out of my house. And you know, it only takes 3 days for somebody to squat. And if y'all know lesbians, they will pull up on you, spend the weekend, and act like. So I say that's my domestic violence situation where I couldn't get somebody to move out of my house. But it turned domestic for me when. Now, this is a funny story. If y'all got a minute, this is a funny story because, you know, I came home from work and she was outside of my home. I was like, "Guy, what you doing here?" Like, "Hey, you know, I let you stay the weekend, but you got to go on about your business. You know, we not together and all of that. We had broke up months ago, and she just one day showed up and said she needed a place to crash. And before she, you know, we lived down in Charleston at the time, and I was on her way back up to Columbia. She was like, "Oh, I just need to crash." That was fine, but I didn't know I was being tricked. You know, being new to the lesbian game, I really didn't realize, man, these women play some games. They play a lot of games. You know, I think women, to me, in relationships are more manipulative than men sometimes because they know where to get you at on your heartstrings. They know how to get to you. I'm not going to see somebody sleeping on the curb or outside. I'm just not going to do it. So anyway, when I got home from work, you know, I was like, "Nah, you can't come in." And, you know, she tried to push her way in the door. So I'm stronger and bigger. I pushed her back out the door, but then she wouldn't leave. So I called the police. So the police was like, "Well, she's saying she lived here." I was like, excuse me? Excuse me? It was like, "Well, she said she'd been here since Friday." I said, "She was. I let her stay, you know, Friday over the weekend. We didn't even sleep together or do nothing like that. You know, it was just, you know, we had some fun. We had a crab boil and all that. And, you know, but we didn't, you know," they were like, "Well, this chick went and told them like things that she had left in my room that I didn't realize she left. I got underwear and socks and stuff in there." And they went and checked. And to them, this validated. And this was maybe, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago. So the rules have changed. Now we got marriage and they look at domestic partnerships in a different way now. Police really be stepping it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Back then, they didn't want to get involved, really. So they were like, "Well, we're going to take her away." I was like, "Good." It had to be about 4 days later, I got a knock from my Latina mommy upstairs, who was like she was really like a grandma. Like she watched out for me. I was single. I lived down here by myself, and she was home all day. She said, "I think that girl living underneath you." I was like, "What?" So it was an empty apartment underneath me. This girl was stalking me so bad. She was staying in the apartment underneath me. I could not believe it. So I ended up calling, you know, the people at the office and security and telling them, you know, there's somebody, because, you know, when somebody leaves the apartment, when they're working on it, maintenance will leave the apartment open, not realizing over the weekend. Right. So that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that next weekend, she just stayed under there. And if had not the Latina lady told me on that Monday, I would have never knew she was still under there stalking me, listening to everything I was doing. And because when she came up to confront me, she told me all the conversations I was having. And I was like, "What?" Oh, it was insane. It was freaking sane. So they, you know, the police got her out of there. But it took me about 2 years I'm talking about blocking her from everything. It took me 2 years for her not to try to see me at a gay pride parade or things like that. It took a long time to, you know, I actually moved to another state, and I think that's the only reason why I have not seen her again. Wow. But yeah, that's my domestic violence situation. Right. Not really as much fist fighting as it was domestic terror. You know, she scared the shit out of me. She scared me because I felt like one of us was going to really, oh no, there was a situation. There was one situation at a party. You know how we have our little house gatherings as us. Sometimes we can't go to a club. And she was there, and she said something to me, and I guess all the frustration and all of that, and she tried to like grab my arm. I jumped on this girl so bad. I was like, get off me, leave me alone, you crazy. And they were like, you want her. I was like, oh. But basically, yeah, that's it. That's my little story. But it can be very terrifying at times. I mean, it's something about, you know, women, we just love harder, we stick around longer, and we just don't get that message. I'm not going to say, because men do it too, but, you know, just in my relationships that I've had just even women saying no to them is a little tougher for me. So yeah, that's about it for me.
I wanted to add something. You know, when I was thinking about it, when I first saw you had the topic, I was like, in the description, I say domestic violence in the same sex. I don't have no situation like that, but that's a lie. You know, when I was real, like with that time when I first came to Houston, you know, when I just went gung ho, because I knew that other black women did it too, and it was like the world was my oyster. I went crazy, you know. I got into it a lot of times, you know. For me, believe it or not, I know this is very hard to believe, but I could be very aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I could be very much aggressive.
No, girl, you lying to us.
I could be very aggressive. I can be very much so physical, right? And a bully, and a mental bully, emotional bully, right? And I'm not saying any of that is good at all. You know what I'm saying? But these are things I had to realize and come to like mature through to even recognize the problem and all that, right? But at a certain point in time, I wasn't even recognizing that was, you know, a pattern or something that was bad, right? So you know, I was just real feisty, and at that time I was saying feisty, but now I know very emotionally abusive. Like even to my lover, my partner who I was with for all them years, you know, she was kind of like a pushover, right? And she was a stud, but she was kind of like a softer stud. You know what I'm saying? And I would just bully her emotionally, like and I really did bully her emotionally, mentally, you know, and I, you know. She never was too much physical with me to jump on me, but I was definitely take advantage and jump on her. You get what I'm saying? So I had those like abusive type tendencies. And you know, when I dated my my long-term feminine girlfriend, you know, man, I kind of got a little bit of that on my other side, right? On the other, she was like little as me, you know, super duper fine. But she used to go upside my head all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? I did, you know, I used to get into struggles and stuff like that. Now I'm gonna say this. After I had my kids, you know what I'm saying, my two boys, and when I did dabble back in a little bit, I dated this like soft stud chick, and man, I found myself again being so freaking abusive to her, right? And by this time I had gotten mature. I was in my 30s or so, right? And I saw that. I saw myself being emotionally very, very much so bullying her. I saw myself getting physical with her. And that was something that I said, this is not okay. You get what I'm saying? It's not okay with me, you know. And I'll say that's when I noticed my tendencies, you know, with females when I, you know, that I could be an abusive little something, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't know. And it really, really, you know, I would do the same thing with my men counterparts, you know what I'm saying, with a bigger consequence, right? With a larger consequence, a more physical consequence. But I found myself being the abuser in my lesbian relationships. You know, and that's a tough pill to swallow, but it's very true. You know, and I don't know. I don't know if it's about just the control issues, the dominance issues, because quite honestly, even with men, though, I'll go upside their damn head too. Like
but I really think sometimes women think it's easier to fight other women. Like we just fighting somebody at school or another woman a lot of times. Yeah.
Right. You know, I eventually had to come to the maturity of realizing that it wasn't good to abuse nobody like that. Not a man, not a woman, not my dog, not my children. You get what I'm saying? So I had to just really grow through that. you know, but I saw it way worse, and I acted out way worse with women. I must say that. Yeah, unfortunately.
I have a question for you, Demetria, because you hit on something that's very interesting, and I think that is that it does happen a lot, where like the femmes or some of the femmes are very aggressive, and you get with your partner, and you because a person comes off a certain way, it's like it's something that happens where sometimes the feminine partners like to start poking at the bear, and start trying you and start, why is that? Because that does lead to eventually resentment, and that leads to a lot of feelings, and then somebody's going to get hurt, really hurt at the end of the day.
I don't know. I know from my experience, whenever I dated like real feminine women, ultra feminine women, and I'd be more aggressive, the more aggressive one, but we both super feminine. We would get into it over dumb shit, jealousy shit, petty shit. You know what I'm saying? Who think they the cutest shit? Who gonna do this type of shit? Who was just looking at that nigga over there shit? Or why you talk to that nigga too long? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, for me and that one, the love of my life, my love of my lesbian life was this feminine chick. And baby, I would that's the one I remember him during that. I told the story about that. We got in a fight. We fought all goddamn night long.
Oh, yes, man.
End up blowing up a gas tank and all type of shit. A gas tank at the gas station. All type of shit. Me and that girl would be, and I just loved her to death. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Literally.
Literally. It got to the point that we was very toxic with each other. And we would fight over the most petty ass stuff, like almost like how sisters would fight in your house about dumbass shit, but we was partners. You know what I'm saying? And she would always be jacking me up and shit. I mean, that's not funny. It's not funny because it's abusive, But now just looking back, it's kind of funny because like, damn, we both were tripping with each other. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it got real crazy though at times. Very, very crazy at times. Very, very explosive. Not, excuse the pun, but very dangerous at times between me and her because of jealousies, because of wasn't no competition. It was mainly because of jealousies, whereas it dealt with other women, other men, all that shit, all of it. So that's how it was for me.
Where is she now? Do you guys still communicate with each other?
No, she ended up. I hope that she good. I hope that she doing well. Like I said, it was very like our situation got very kind of dangerous, and she always carried a gun. I don't carry a gun, and she was real like would pop off with that gun and stuff. And our lifestyle we was leading, and then I got arrested that night after the gas station, all that kind of stuff, and then by the time we came back together, she had shot somebody. And then she was on the run. So that pretty much, yeah.
You dodged that bullet, no pun intended.
Yeah, But I quite often think about her and pray for her still to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you dodged that bullet.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah. Thank God.
You would have been on the run right along with her.
Yeah. That's right, Jessica.
Now she would have been and shot my ass.
Oh, you would have shot her.
Nah, I didn't play with no guns, and she always played with a gun. Not to play with a gun, but she always was about that little part, right? And so it was just like, but we was living a wild lifestyle, a very wild lifestyle. And I know, I don't know. Y'all should have seen me in my little butchy days. That shit was funny.
Oh, well, I'm sitting here trying to think about mine. Now, I have to say, I'm older than all of y'all, just about. So I have a few. I'll start off with my first. That was my first partner, the one that was at the car wash I told y'all about. Well, she got to the point that she was so jealous, so jealous. And she was stud. Okay, and I know y'all mind is going like, she was a stud. I have not always been, as people look at me and see, because of my body. Okay, and that's where people have labeled me to be who they want me to be, because they see these. Okay, and I had hair down to here, and I cut it off when I became police officer, because I didn't want, because I know how women fight. But so she was a stud, and I worked, but she was a nurse. She worked at night, and I would go out with some friends every once in a while, but not all the time. But she got so jealous to the point she would just start fights with me, just start fighting with me. She got so bad she would take the telephone. She'd take all the phones out the wall, wrap them up and put them in her bag and take them to work with her.
What?
Like, I didn't even know anyone. I didn't know anyone, so who was I gonna call? But these few women that I had went out, I didn't go out with them, but I had went out and I had met them. And I told her, I met some women at the club or whatever. And I don't know, that must just blew her mind. She started taking the phones every night. We would fight before she go to work. What else she would do? She would come home on her lunch break or any break that she could get, because the hospital wasn't far from where we lived. She would come home early to try to see if anybody was over there, or if I was gone or anything. And it got bad. It got pretty bad. But then she one day she decided she was mad at me, so she jumped up and joined the military. Now, there have been some people that have asked me in the last chat, when I brought up my daughter, they asked me, was she my biological daughter, or was it the daughter of they said my wife. No, it's my biological daughter. Yes, I had her. But it was planned. So I had never been with a man. It only took one time, and that did it. One time. And I knew that it was done, because I could feel it. I said, oh, this is it. It's done.
Wow.
So, but by that time, when I found out that I was pregnant, she had already pissed off and went join the military. So I'm like, I got this baby and you jumped up and joined the military. Then she started crying, telling me she don't want to go, blah, blah, blah. Ended up, she went to the military. I was still where I was. And when it was time where she could leave and come back and visit, she did. She continued to take care of the child up until she probably was 17, 18, like that. So that was one. That one wasn't as bad. Okay.
Oh.
As I got older, this one was probably 6 years ago. I tell you, this was 6 years ago. I met this woman on one of the dating sites. I can't remember which one it was.
Don't tell me it was POF.
It may have been.
Oh Lord, we all got a POF story, Lord.
Plenty of felons.
I have a POF.
Okay. Plenty of felons.
I think it
Don't do it.
I think it was POF.
We need a POF panel, man.
Plenty of felons,
and
because
actually,
that's what they are.
That shit lasted a year, so it lasted a year.
Jessica.
It wasn't all that bad.
Yeah, she lived. She actually found out she actually lived where I was raised, not far from me. So we decided to meet up, and we met at a gas station. And she was, I mean, yeah, she was nice looking, and yeah. So we dated, went out on dates, whatever, and she started, coming over to my house, and she had a 11-year-old son. And excuse me, she took care of her father that had dementia. Now, I don't date women with kids, and I have, but I try not to because too many issues, too many problems. But I liked her, so okay. But we spent most of the time over here at my house. She would go check on her kid and her father. Got to the point, I'm a pretty I don't want to say pushover because I'm not a pushover, but I'm just a giving person. And when I fall in love, I fall in love. So she ended up having the keys to my house, the garage opener. I had a BMW that she drove a little hoopty, so I let her drive my BMW, my X5. She had that all the time. She went where she wanted in it, no question. Then she got where she's in a social club. Okay, so she would have to go on the weekends and hang out with them and stuff like that. Every blue moon, I would go and hang out with them, but it wasn't my thing. And she was probably like 7 years younger than I was. So she likes to go out, and she would go out. I had no problem with that because I didn't like to go out, and plus I worked, and we worked 12-hour shifts as a police officer. So she would do her thing, and I would be at home, and we would get into it because I would say, look, you already knew that I was looking for somebody that didn't want the streets. They wanted to be at home with the person that my dogs are tripping. They like to, that want to be at home with the person that they're with and not in the streets. If you love the streets more than you love me, then that's where you need to be. We would get into it, and she was like, well, I was in the social club, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but every weekend, then she got, I just say, forget it. I cared about her a lot, so I would just let it go. So she would then on the weekends, not the weekends, she'll start Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. She was at the club. Yeah. At the club all 4 days. It's always some excuse when my friend come in town and she want to go out, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm the type of person, being police, I don't know why the women always think that I'm interrogating them when I ask them a question. Like, where are you going? Why you have to ask me? Why have you got to interrogate me? Mm-hmm. No. First of all, I would like to know if something happened to you. If the police ask me, and I'll be able to tell them. Second, you're in my vehicle. Okay. So I'm that type of person. I want to know where you're going, when you're coming back, not control, but because I care enough. If I didn't care, I wouldn't give a damn where you went or when you come back. But you're in my car though. So she kept doing that, and we would get into arguments and stuff. And then she accused me of. She said I was out with a friend of mine. She was a police officer. Uppity. Can you wait until we finish, and then you'll be able to come up, okay? And then what was I saying? You can't hit the link out. Yeah, it kind of lost me. What was I saying? Somebody, I'm old.
You was saying how she was gone Thursday to
Thursday,
Sunday,
Friday, Saturday,
but
Sunday.
had your car, and she used to tell you that she thought you was
And
interrogating her.
yeah, she accused me of going out with one of my friends when I went to my sister's house. And when I got back, she was waiting on me outside my house. Okay. And so I got out the car and I walking up toward the house, and she just started pushing me, hitting me, punching me. I said, stop.
Oh.
You stop hitting me. Okay. Because
Right.
I know how strong I am, and she should know how strong I am. So I said, stop. Okay. Quit hitting me. And then all of a sudden, she pulls out my gun that I keep in the house, and she points it at me. And I was, and I got scared. I was like, okay, what? Then you're going to tell me the truth. You've been out. I was like, no, I haven't. She's like, you're lying, ain't you? I said, oh, whoa. Anybody that know about a Glock know that a Glock don't have a real safety on it.
Right.
And I kept going like, take your finger off that trigger. Now we're in the front yard. And I was like, don't do that. Okay, what? No, I promise. I haven't been out with him. I was at my sister's house. I'll call her and you can talk to her and all this. And she just kept pointing the gun. And so I got close enough to her that I finally took the gun from her. And I yanked her arm behind her back. So I pushed her on in the house, and I said, have you lost your mind? I said,
wow.
Okay. I said, I'm done with this. Right. And she's like, no, you're not. And me, the tender heart, and I loved her. I was like, okay, let's go to bed. So here's another time. She will go out. I'm going out. I give her money to get nice clothes, and she go out with her friend. And it's like I'm laying in bed, and it's like 3:00 in the morning. They're closed at 2.
Oh no.
Now my thing is, old people have said, ain't nothing open that time of night but legs.
Mm-hmm.
And legs.
Yeah.
And I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So I'm laying there, and I'm looking at the clock. It's 3:00 in the morning, and I'm thinking something happened to her. So I'm steady calling her on the phone. She wouldn't answer. So I'm getting pissed, and I'm worried. So I'm up, I'm pacing, and I'm steady calling. Then she calls me back. She's drunker than a skunk. She's drunk, and she told me, I'm on my way. I'm just out with my friends. I said, at this time of morning, I said, club closed at 2. Well, I'm just out with my friends eating. I said, okay. I hung up the phone, and I texted her, and I said, because I was thinking it ain't worth it. And I texted her, and I said, you know what? I need you to bring me my vehicle, bring me my keys, bring my house keys, my garage open. I said, come and get your shit. Get the fuck out of my house. Okay, go. And she, so she texted me back and said, fuck you. So I said, whatever. So I'm up, and I'm mad, and I'm pacing the floor.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, my garage goes up and it goes down. It goes up, go down, up and down. And I go out there and I look, and nobody's. And I step out. Her car, my car is nowhere. She's playing with my garage. So I stayed in here and I sat down. She finally came in and I heard her come in. So I go to the garage door, and there was a basketball in the garage. Soon as she opened the door, because I was standing there, she took that basketball and threw it at me and hit me in the face. And fell back. And so I was like, what is wrong with you? I said, you know, man, get your shit and get out of my house. And what did I say that for? She grabbed this long piece of metal and she hit me right here, split my head. Blood was coming down my face. And I touched my face and I seen the blood and I just went, split my head. And she held it up again. She hit me again. And I stumbled in the house and I had blood just dripping all on my floor. I don't know where I was going, but I ran to the front door. And she went up there and I had it was a pure oak bowl. I don't know why, but she grabbed that bowl and she spun around and she hit me right upside of my face. My whole side of my face swelled up. And I was like, you know, I was going down, but I was like, I can't pass out. And so she looked at me, had no pity, no concern, none of that. I was like, I'll help you get your shit. Just get out of my house and give me my keys and my garage opener and get the hell out of my life. And I don't ever want to see you again. She pushed me. So I got my phone. I'm about to call the police. I start trying to dial the number. She snatched my phone, took my phone, put it in her pocket, wouldn't let me call the police. Now, and I was scared because I was bleeding. Now, I had never been bleeding like that. So she wouldn't let me call the police. And I thought about my alarm. So I went to my alarm panel and I hit the emergency button. Like, oh, so you're going to get me arrested? You're going to get me arrested? I was like, you just split my head. All because you rather go out every damn night and drink and come home drunker than a skunk. And I'm the one that give you the money. I'm the one to put you in clothes. I'm the one you driving an X5 BMW every day to go to work, to go to your house, wherever you want to go. Yet you come home when you feel like it. And that ain't what I want. I told you that from the beginning on my personal ad. I'd say I don't want a woman that want to be in the clubs. If you're not satisfied being here with me, then you're not for me. So I'm waiting, and she rushing trying to get her the stuff in her car, and then she put it in there, and then she's leaving. I say, "Why are you leaving? You're calling police on me? You're gonna get me arrested?" I said, "Yes, I am. Look at me."
My goodness.
I mean, going down blood all through my house. So she leaves. She drives off and leaves my garage up. And finally, the ambulance and police come, and they come in, and it was like, "Who did this to you?" And I said, "Girlfriend of mine. She was drunk." She's like, "Why?" I said, "She wanted to be in the clubs," and I said, "Give me my shit," and that pissed her off, and so that was it. And so the police, then because they knew I was police, they was like, "Man, you don't need that." I was like, "Yeah, I'm done. I am done." So then it was like probably 3 or 4 days. The detective called me. And when I wouldn't answer the phone because I didn't want her to go to jail. Because, I mean, I still loved her. Even though she split my head, but I still loved her and pulled the gun on me. And I didn't want her to go to jail. Well, the detectives came to my house, knocking on my door. And, you know, I eventually opened the door, and I knew the detective. And we talked, and he got the information. And, you know, then she was calling me, begging me to drop the charges. And what am I going to do? You know, my son is 11, and my father has dementia.
Oh, it's your fault that she decided to bust you upside the head. It's your fault.
Right.
Yeah. And I said,
and you need to deal with child.
Yeah, and I told her, I said, you know, I still love you, but you're not for me. You're not for me. You still want the streets. And
How old were you guys?
probably a year, about a year. We dated a year.
No, I mean like you
How old?
in your 20s, 30s.
Oh no, he was 47, and
Okay.
yeah, and I was 50 something.
Okay.
Yeah, and that
So
was
you
my.
ended it after that incident?
Hmm?
So you ended it after that incident
Yeah,
between
yeah,
you and her?
I did. She kept coming over, pulling in front of the house and saying, well, how am I gonna get to work? I can't drive my car. And I was like, I can't let, I really I was going to let her just keep driving my car, but I was like, nah, I can't trust you.
Mm-mm.
Nope. And so,
I'm really sorry that happened to you. I really am.
yeah, well, I was too, but that wasn't the only one. I've had another one. See, that's why I
Golly.
don't care for Libras, because she was a Libra
Oh Lord.
and the second one was a Libra.
And your
Oh, I
dog's a
love me some
Libra.
Libras. I love Libras.
They not for me. I say that now. I tell people, no Libra. They are mean. They
Yeah,
are
they
mean.
are. They're mean, but they're charmers too. They know how to charm the fuck out of you.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the second one. She was a Libra, same thing, but she ended up putting a belt around my neck,
What?
choking me. Yes.
Now that sounds like some other type stuff there.
No, it wasn't.
That sounds like some shit that I like.
Not on my
I like
part.
that.
Like I said, I'm not into choking. I'm not into handcuffs. I mean, I'll put them on you, but you ain't putting them on me.
Right.
And
Right.
she put that belt around my neck.
Demetra, stay in our corner.
Huh?
I said, me and Demetra need to stay in our corner.
And she choked me. I ended up having to go to court for her. I had to go to court for her too. And after that, I was like, no more Libras. If you tell me you're Libra, I'm gonna say thank you,
Right.
but no thank you. I can't do you. They mean. They too mean for me. And both of them was Libras. So yeah, I have. That's just that's like three of them.
Wow.
My very first girl, and then just recently, up in my years, like now, it happened. So I'm like, nope, run, yeah. I run for. If you tell me you're Libra, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna say thank you, but no.
Blue.
Is there anybody else that has like a sign, just being petty a little bit, but a sign or a deal breaker sign that
Cancer.
Tauruses.
Cancer.
Oh yes, Taurus.
Oh,
I don't like them.
Oh,
I don't mess with no
Cancer.
Taurus. They give me hell.
And Libras too. Yeah.
No, back up off the Libras. I love
My
them.
bad,
The
boo.
Libra,
My bad.
No, the Libra Scorpio cusp. He's a Libra Scorpio cusp, so he has both.
Well, see, I'm a Virgo. So
Well, my stalker was a Cancer, so that's the only problem I ever had.
Virgos.
I never dealt with the
Virgos
Cancer, so I don't know.
Virgos are pushovers. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Virgos. Virgos just love me to death.
For a pretty woman, yeah.
Yeah,
Taurus is a pretty woman. Now, yeah.
No, I'm talking about Virgos. I don't mess with them Tauruses. Them Tauruses make me see red like a bull. You know what I'm saying? No.
Taurus people are mean too. They'll give you. They're very giving.
They're very stubborn.
They back.
They cheaters. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they are cheaters. The Taurus I was talking to, he's definitely a cheater.
Yeah.
Always at the casino too.
Always try to look pretty. What you say this
Yeah.
You said what? What did I say? Like, what is you guys are asking? Which sign you wouldn't mess with?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like
I would say Scorpios or I mean, they just rub me the wrong way. But
they're narcissists. Scorpios are narcissists.
They what?
They're narcissists. Is that right? Narcissists? Yeah, that's what they are.
I've always got that vibe from them. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm attracted to them. I don't get it. I be seeing red fucking flags, and I'm like, I just want them to get redder. Yeah, I'm all fucked up.
I'm surprised nobody said Aries.
Oh yeah, Aries.
I like Aries.
We all
I'm
have
an Aries.
something, that's why.
Aries are cool.
I'm an Aries, baby.
That's right.
Capricorns are great. They're the best.
I never dealt with a Capricorn or a Cancer or a Virgo or an Aquarius or a Pisces.
Somebody in the chat say Geminis ain't worth nothing.
No, we definitely are.
Both sides of them Geminis ain't worth nothing.
Hey,
Nah.
I just joking.
Somebody said Geminis ain't shit. Exactly.
Scorpio.
They lie, the truth ain't in them.
Strong for 23 years.
Now me and Demetrius Geminis up here, so
Yeah, that's why
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You know, you don't like one of me, you got to love the
like
other
the
one.
other one, exactly. That is my exact experience with a Gemini. There was one side I really loved, and the other side, when they got a Bud Light in them, I was like, "Who the hell are you?" Like, damn. But
it depends on what you do to us, though. Like, you have to do something in order for us to show that other side. We don't just randomly come out of, you know.
Oh yeah, let me tell y'all.
That's true, because when I first seen this tea on the panel, I forgot who you was going back and forth with, but you was just so calm. And I was just like, damn, like she's just so calm and collected. And the next thing I know, like you yelling back. I'm like, well, damn, like what happened?
Let me tell y'all something real quick before my friend come back, right? So let me just tell y'all real quick.
You know what?
So because you know what I find? I find that men, I find that men, when they find out or they know anything about me having a lesbian history, it makes them so insecure, right? Very insecure. And so it's always like a tendency to say, like, even when I said I was gonna do this panel, right? And my friend was like, well, that's an old thing, right? I mean, you're not attracted to women now, right? No, you don't. And that happens so much, right? It seemed like, and people like to say, like in society, that men are so attracted by that to women, but they're also, the part they leave out is men are super duper, as far as my experience, men can be super freaking duper insecure behind that, right? And I just wanted to share that, and you know, it's about I am very much so like a little mean little something to my exes, you know what I'm saying? Especially my feminine girlfriends, you know, I could be so pushy, and I had a tendency to always end up messing with my straight friends, right? Somehow, some way, they want to be curious with the D, right? And so that happens so many times, and I know I'm just trying to get all this out before he come back. And so the last time with one of my best friends, my two best friends I have, I think they have stood the test of time with me because they never fell into that lesbian shit with me. Right? Any other good friends that I had, and it went that way, it just messed up the friendship. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and I would say, no, you don't want to go there, right? And then no, they we go out, we be drinking, they wants to go there, and then eventually you're gonna catch me slipping. Okay, and then we're gonna start flipping. So I done had it just be something else, I just wanted to get that out before my guy friend came back.
But that is true. I talked about that a little bit today on my show when I was talking about bisexuality and the negative connotations associated with it. That's one thing, because I never mixed the two. Either I'm with a man or I'm with a woman in a relationship. Now, when we break up, who knows who I may date? It just depends on what happens, right? So if I'm with a man, he's always worried about me wanting a woman, and vice versa. If I'm with a woman, they always worried about me wanting a nigga. So it's just like you can't win for losing in that department when it comes to that. So I agree with her. But they want that bisexual experience only with women that they don't plan on being with. The women that they really, really like, yeah, they're going to be very, very insecure. Very insecure.
I said I would do that, like in a long-term relationship with a man or something like that. I feel like, that'd be something fun to do, like on a vacation or something. You know what I'm saying? As long as we can leave it there, But anytime that I would feel even that comfortable to even think that was a deal, a man don't really want. My tendency is they don't want to share you with nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's cool.
Not when they really want you. Like when they really want you, it ain't. Hey, Ness.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, hold on. Yeah, so Dcop, I just, wanted to come by because, you've been in my chat supporting me. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew there was like no hard feelings and that we're still in a good place.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I always support you. Yeah, no problem, no problem. So, Ness, have you had any domestic violence?
Nah, Dcop, you so messy. Dcop, you did my first domestic violence interview, so very well.
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow.
I still have that video. I watch it sometimes.
But it just wasn't with a woman, so yeah.
So none with women.
No, not. Mm-mm.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, that's actually pretty much what I wanted to say because I really don't have much to contribute. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop back down, and I'll be in your bushes. Okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate you
All
coming.
right then. Bye.
All right.
You know,
Say hi to this heat.
Well, she gone.
I'm being messy.
Dcop, Bernadette said something that was very interesting, and it's in reference to law enforcement and how back in the day when folks had issues, the same gender relationships as opposed to now. I've really experienced a major difference with the law enforcement and how they I guess you could say how they interact and engage when they come out and they see now, same sex, same gender folks, partners, relationships. I think they deal with it so much better now. And it's really interesting because Dimitri also said it, that I find that I don't know what it is, again, why the films are always so violent. What is that?
Hold on. Can I
Okay.
speak to that, TC? Because I am considered a film technically, even though I'm what they call an aggressive film.
Okay. Well, there we
Meaning that I usually take the position of I could be a stem or a soft stud, but I take the position of femme in the bedroom. But I said all that to say this. In relations to your point, in just 2 years, how quickly that changed. Because I told you about the first incident I had with the young lady, and the cops just kind of dismissed it. They said they were going to take her away. Well, they didn't take her far because she ended up walking back and sleeping underneath my apartment for 3 or 4 days. 2 years later, same girl followed me around the damn Pride Parade in Columbia, South Carolina. I walked up to a cop. They arrested her on the scene. Asked me, did I want to press charges because she followed me to my car? Yes, absolutely. Lock her ass up. Give her whatever y'all gonna give her. Now I did feel bad later and wanted to drop the charge, and they said, no, you can't do that. It's too late. We don't play that with domestic violence. We took it over. Period. So whether you want to, this is stalking. This is, even though we didn't see her touch you. We could see the bruise on your arm where she grabbed you. That was enough. And we know she followed you to your car because, they seen me kind of like fleeing from her, so in just 2 years' time, there was a big difference in that change. Thank God, because it was like anything can happen to you. And I've only dated studs, and anytime I've had any aggression, it was always from studs. So I think it depends on your perspective. I think women just see women as women when we're in relationship, and we think we can hit on each other. And I'm just saying we as, generalizing, don't mean to put anybody in the box. But I think we see women as women, and we think, like I said, we could fight on each other just because we're the same sex. But no, there's always going to be not always, but sometimes there's a weaker and a stronger. And I think that becomes evident in a relationship and gets taken advantage of. At least in my case, it was. I wasn't willing to fight. I wasn't willing to. I've never been in jail, had a record, anything outside of a speeding ticket. So this person, I mean, she's damn near, a felon, far as I found out later after all of the things that happened with us. So when this happened, they treated her like one. So I think it can be either way. I can think it could be femme on femme, stud on stud. I think it's everybody. I really do. I think it's just, I think it's just more aggressive with with lesbians because we're two women. I think we're gonna hold back. I think we should try to hold back. If we got to start. I'm saying we, but obviously I'm not hitting on no damn body. I'm just trying to be kind. But I think we see each other as two feminine women, and it's just not so. TC, could you imagine if you and I got into a fight, even though we're both women and I'm considered the feminine, you would probably beat me up.
I would, but what? No, no. And let me just ask you this question, Bernadette, because I think somebody said it earlier. If I have to put my hands on my partner, then I just don't really. I'm not gonna go ahead with it. I'm not gonna stay in it. I don't, because that's ridiculous.
Right.
And I think as we get older, more mature, that maturity factor. You mentioned it, Bernadette, but let me ask you. You said something. Let me make sure I was clear with it. You said in saying, the female relationships. Do you think that there's a strong one and then a weak one?
Yes, I do.
In any relationship, there's a masculine and feminine in any relationship.
Aggressive and passive.
Wait, masculine and feminine is different than weak and strong.
Well, no, it's not.
I don't think weak. I would think more passive.
Yeah, it is.
Feminine would be more of the weaker. That masculine would be more. Masculine is synonymous with strength.
Strength, yeah,
okay,
that's
can
true.
we ask intrinsic that question? Because intrinsic and diamond seem like they're similar to me.
Yeah, we are similar when you look at us, but I'm not, as far as being aggressive, as far as hitting somebody and doing that. I've been there, done that.
I mean, is one of y'all stronger? Not that y'all would hit each other. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. No, I meant like in your relationship, would you consider one of y'all stronger than the other?
Yeah, I would consider one of us more passive and the other more aggressive. But I think that it shifts, because sometimes I can be a little bit more like in your face, and then she'll pull back. But when her strength comes out, it's balance. Then I will pull back, because if we both are being aggressive at the same time, that's not gonna work. So sometimes she gets like that, and I have to pull my energy back. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes she gets, sometimes, and vice versa, and she'll pull her energy back. But I think it works both ways, but not at the same time.
See, I've only ever dated studs. So for me, it's always, they're going to be more masculine than me. So that's just my situation. I've only ever dated studs. I don't date femmes or pillow princesses or anything like that. So for me, they're always going to be stronger than me.
So let me go back, because when I asked the question about strong and weak, because going back to what you said, Bernadette, I wasn't talking about. I guess I wanted to understand: were you speaking in the physical, or were you just speaking in the relationship?
Oh no, I was speaking in the physical, because we were talking about domestic violence. I was speaking in the physical.
No okay.
Well, see, with me, like I had another relationship that I dated this white chick, and that's why I put in my personals if you are bipolar, schizophrenic,
Ooh,
Hey.
any of those other things where you have to take medication,
shake your pills.
just keep walking. Because I've
And
had
take your
enough.
pills.
I have had enough of that to last a lifetime. Now, I almost lost my career behind that white female.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just knew I was going to jail. When she called the police. Now, I didn't touch her, but she lied and said that I pushed her. Now she's on the phone. She went out. She was gone for like 2 days. Came back when she felt like it. But I'm the one that's paying for everything, doing everything, and yeah, you can go out, So then she comes home, and I'm like, "Where you been?" I was worried about you. Couldn't pick up the phone and call me, and let me know you was okay. So she know what she was doing. So she gets mad and she hauls off and she pushed me through a doorway. It just happened. Probably only reason I didn't go to jail was because my daughter was in her room and she had opened the door when she heard us arguing, and she seen her push me. She goes in the room, she get on the phone, and she called 911, and she's and they asking her, my description. Is she black, white, Hispanic? She's black, and she has guns.
Oh Lord!
You see, that's the part of the cop part that you hate, because I have had a couple of females that have done that, tried to use that, and because they know it'll get you in trouble. So when the police came, it was like 6 or 7 cop cars because she was white. They pulled up. I mean, they slanted in, and I already knew. I went and put on some jeans, a sweatshirt, or a t-shirt up under, my tennis shoes, some socks, because I knew it was going to be cold in that jail. So
2 pairs of socks.
So she say she dressing for the jail. I know I'm going to jail.
She was doing that Karen. And I'm scared, and she have guns.
She said, "Well, I might as well get my shit together. I'm going to jail.
I'm going to jail." So I go outside and I'm waiting for the police, and they get there, and they said like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I said, "No." I said, "Well, not nothing." I said, "It's my girlfriend." And first I showed them my badge. Police, okay. And they was doing like, "What? Well, what's wrong with?" I said, "Well, she's bipolar, and I don't know if she's been taking a medication because she haven't came home in a couple of days. And when she did, and I questioned, she got pissed off, and then she calls the police, and she did that. Oh me, I'm a little white girl, And I knew not to put my hands on her. I said, but I tell you what, I want her out of my house, and don't leave until she's gone." So that right there, if I had not been police, I would have been in jail. The other one where she split my head, where she left, but they may have taken me to jail even though my head was split. The girl that choked me with the belt, all that could have been, I could have been taken away by the cops because of what I look like when they come to my door, and I look like this with arms like this. It's gonna be me that would go to jail if I had not been a cop. So yes, you have those feminine women, and they play on that, and they do that crying, and I got a bruise.
Right.
I had bruises all on my arm, on both my arms, from the girl that put the belt around my neck. Bruises all on me. But when I go to court for people that have assaulted me on the job or whatever, what do they tell me? They tell me make sure I wear long sleeves, so
Right.
the grand jury can't see my physique, because if they don't see me, they will feel sorry for me, and they would say, because I'm 5 feet tall. I'm 5 feet tall, and I've got a soft spoken voice, and yeah, and they did it because they was like, oh, this guy threw me into a door face first, and they was like, oh my goodness. But if I would have gone in there with these out, they wouldn't feel sorry for me. Same way with domestic violence with your partner. If you look like this, police probably gonna look at you like, now you probably did it. Whatever she said you did,
Right.
you probably did it. Yeah.
Automatic assumption.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
QI, won't you come up? How come QI is not coming up?
She had a question.
Why does she need to talk about me? QI. What do I have to do with you clicking the link? Stop being a bitch and click on the link. Like, what do I have to do with this shit? What do I have to do? If you want to add to the conversation, come on up.
Yeah,
I didn't even mention you.
Like last week, or I think it was last week, the shit went left. But as you can see, like, we're all chilling. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, it's chill. Come on up. That's why I told her to come
This
on
is the
up.
misconception. This is the misconception about studs, because I don't know about y'all, but no woman has ever put her hands on me. Never. I would knock her teeth out if she ever touched me. But I'm just saying, I don't like women who do not present themselves in a submissive manner. I will never date a woman who doesn't present themselves in a submissive manner. So uppity, that's incorrect, because I don't date women who can.
Oh, I got that one.
I don't date women who talk to me any kind of way. I don't do that.
You know,
I have to be in control.
Strange?
And I agree.
I'm sorry,
I don't date who are masculine. So I completely agree with this heat, because I'm a feminine female, and I'm very submissive.
I'm sorry.
I told QI to come on up because she had a question for TC. She wanted to know what toxic masculinity is. I wasn't trying to get in the middle of y'all issue. I'm
not even gonna say anything to her. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like,
I was just telling her to come on up. Yeah, just go ahead, come on up. It's very chill, QI.
Find your balls, QI, because VS is taking your balls. Find your balls and come up here and click the link and say what you need to say. You are just a disgrace.
Let me say this.
Yeah, don't create. No. Don't create a problem when there's no problem. Basically,
I wanted to
come up and
this heat right quick, and I like what you just said. This heat, in reference to the women that you get into a relationship with, or even and they have to present themselves in I call it a very ladylike. I don't really want them to be submissive to me, because I want them to be classy and ladylike.
Right.
Well, you know what I mean, and I feel you. Like you said, when I say something, I mean that shit.
Exactly.
And when we're in front of people, one of the things that, listen, when we in the bed, we talk our talk. You know what I mean? When we are in our own domicile or our own, environment in the car, let's talk our shit. However, when you get out in front of folks, shut your damn mouth.
You know what's so weird? I have the exact same mindset. I have the exact same mindset like this heat, honestly, and with TC. You know what I'm saying? Like in my relationships and stuff. When I had those lesbian relationships, I dated a couple of studs, but I really leaned heavily towards the feminine women. And I truly believe in that too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want all this and all that, no talk back, no none of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's funny. It's like I can more so relate to you guys, And I think that's why I had some problems.
I talk back. No, I'm just joking. But
none of that.
I am very much open the door for me. Girly girl, but I don't wear, high heel boots. But I'm definitely, submissive in the bedroom. And I'm like I said, I'm still the kind that I would be considered an aggressive femme in the sense that I don't need those things. I just like those things. you know. So if I had to do it for myself, it's gonna get done, you know. But when it comes to, I love to have my door open. I love to be treated. I love to be pampered. So I love the submissive side of things, but nobody's gonna make me be submissive. First of all, I have to want to be submissive to you. And you have to be worthy of my submission. You know
it
what
would
I'm saying?
naturally come out with the right person.
Right,
Yeah,
right, exactly.
absolutely.
But QI said that she was going to sue me for defamation, right? And then she said, she said she was going to sue me for defamation. And my whole thing is how did I defame you, QI? Your ex came up here the last time and said that you didn't become a lesbian until you were damn near 30. So that's not defamation. I was just reiterating what she was saying, but you guys go ahead and continue because QI is a little upset.
So what I want to make clear is, listen, as I stated, it is not about people in a relationship and not saying something or keeping your mouth shut. What I said was, when we're out in public, we're not going to do those ignorant, banshee, bullshitty ass behaviors in front of people.
Exactly.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
everything, nobody's doing that. No.
I just want to be clear,
I agree with you.
I'm reading.
Oh yeah,
I want to just
absolutely.
be very, very, very clear and be very understanding that, as I stated, when we're together and we're in the bed together, we're in our car together, we're in our home together, or if we're somewhere and we're walking, doing what we do, whatever, we have our conversation. But our conversation doesn't hit the street, because I'm not no street nigga. You see what I'm saying? I was raised that way. I'm not gonna go there but see, I've been there one time in the dark, so I know what that is.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. I guarantee, bet you by golly, wow, you don't want it. So what I'm saying is that when we're in front of people, let's just chill. If you have something to say to me, if I have something to say to you, I will wait. Trust me, I will wait. I'll be like, all right, that's cool, no problem. But this continuous going on, and then this rah, this nigga did, and I'm not with it. I will leave you right where you
yourself, to argue with
I've never been in a relationship with somebody like that, actually.
Because see, with me, I feel like when I say something, that's why she calls me bossy. I feel like when I say something, it should be word is bond. You know what I'm saying? I feel that way, but I still give room for it to be something else.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I give that room. I'm gonna ask for your opinion on it. We gonna vibe on it, but I can't say that I need you to be docile. I don't want you to be docile, but like you said, I do want you to be a lady. I do want you to be. I want you to be the best version of yourself, whatever that looks like. I'm not going to put a box on it, but I need you to be the elevated, high vibrational person, the best that you can be. Whatever that looks like, that's what I want from you. You know what I mean? I hate putting standards on people according to what I think they should be. I love people to move and vibe in their own energy. And so that's how I feel about that. A lot of times when, if I'm not really passionate about a subject and we're arguing about it, I'll just fall back. You know what I'm saying? But if I am passionate, I'm going to keep pushing it. Like, my word is what that is. And I need you to understand that. And she'll be like, and like she's saying, and she in the chat talking about she talk back. She do talk back. But after a while, it's like, okay, what now? We're going to have to agree to disagree and move on. Because what I'm not going to be doing, even in our personal time, is not going to be that rah. I don't got the time, the energy, or the patience to deal with that ratchet shit. Not in my personal life. I come on YouTube to watch and kiki and do all that. But in my real time, personal time, oh no, I'm not putting up with that foolishness. You'll be arguing with your damn self.
We already have to fight the world on various levels, stages, and all that other kind of stuff. I don't want to have to come home and have to also be fighting and things of that nature. Not unless it's, for, that kind of I don't have a problem with a little y'all mean. Y'all see what I'm saying? Yes, Lord. I don't have a problem with a little running around. Y'all mean? But
I'm gonna just say this. Unlike somebody in the chat, I'm gonna keep it cute. I know it's impossible for her to keep it cute, but I'm gonna keep it very cute.
Oh my, what? What's going on?
You know, Uppity. I think Uppity just. Oh, she wanted the.
I don't block that. I don't see nothing from that one. Sorry.
That's her, Marlena Smith. Child want to be seen.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's her.
Oh,
She needs subscribers.
Okay.
Block her out. Ignore her.
Oh. Okay. I understand.
I don't date. I like feminine women. All the women that I've had have been feminine. They cook, clean. Even though I'm a Virgo, I'm a perfectionist, and I never think anybody can do it as good as I can. And I usually go behind them and clean it the way. But that's their perfectionist in me. But they cook. I don't cook. Don't know how to cook. Don't want to know how to cook. Now I must say, I called Love Blake the other day, last night I think it was, and asked her, how do I cook? I had 3 pot roasts. How do I cook them? I have a slow cooker. She had to tell me what to do, and I must say it turned out very well.
All right, cool.
Good for you.
Yeah.
But
yes, thoroughbred girl.
I've never cared. I've never wanted to cook. I took out my kitchen table. I don't even have a kitchen table. I have weight equipment in my kitchen. Don't have a need for a kitchen table and none of that, because that's not my thing. Now, when I meet somebody or I have somebody, they cook, they clean, they decorate the house. I don't do any
and
of that.
And they're gonna cook in those high heels, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
I think I'm like that with.
Yes, they are. Your dad going right. I want to see. I don't want nobody looking like who done it and ran. You going right? Well,
but when we go out,
listen,
if we go out the house, we go out the house and we go out to eat. I open the door. I open the car door. I close the car door. I open the door to the restaurant.
No underwear on.
You're trying to have her get burnt bacon.
No underwear on. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
I do all that. I do all that.
To the bathroom,
I'm that type.
To the bathroom.
I'm that type.
Put the panties to the side.
No panties on. You wear one of them nice maxi dresses and they long and flowing. You don't need no daggone underwear. What? When we get to the place, get to the bathroom, and let's handle our business. You know what I mean? And things of that nature. Yeah.
I like that.
Ain't nobody trying to have no underwear on, especially in the summertime.
No. Yeah, not in the summer.
But B-Town say hot booty Judy.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, that's what we want. We want to have some, blase to the blase in the car too. Get them in the car. Come on, Dcop. You got that big old Suburban. You gotta lay in the Suburban. You gotta lay in that.
She is really.
Listen, when you get a certain age, it be flowing like Niagara Falls. You gotta get it when you can. Shit.
You never lied though.
Never lied. You
ain't never lied. I know you're a minute. You never lied.
You see what I'm saying? I hate to talk. I
do.
I'm just saying, it's real. I don't know anybody dry like the Sahara Desert around here, because that we don't do things like that. Because you got to take care of yourself. Once you take care of yourself, then it's flowing constantly.
And the older you get, the better. They don't know.
You get right to it. Is that it? You be like, I know exactly where it is.
Let me show you.
You ain't got to show me shit, because I know exactly where it is by the way you walk, where the freak it is. Shit.
See, Demetria, where you at?
Where's Demetria? Oh, there she is.
Oh, okay. Cause this her stuff like
you can tell by the way somebody walks where it is. Shoot.
Okay.
See, that's a whole secret. That's a whole nother convo. By the way they walk, where the J spot is. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Or the G spot. Sorry.
Okay. There was
Sundress season.
somebody in the chat wanted to tell their coming out story. If you want to tell your coming out story and you're in the chat or you're in the bushes or wherever you're at, grab the link and come up and tell us your story.
Tell it. Yes. But yeah, come on. We just got to be classy.
Oh, we got to stay on subject. They said.
Exactly. Don't try to derail the conversation. Like, let's not do that.
All right. Sorry
Dcop,
about
I'm gonna
that.
drop down so that QI can come up and so she doesn't feel violated, or I don't want to feel like I'm too toxic for her, so she can say what she needs to say.
No, don't drop down. Stay.
QI is she still in the chat? I think she got timed out.
Come on up, QI. And
But I don't feel like this tea should get down either. Like, this tea shouldn't have to leave because she's coming up. Like, we're all adults.
Yeah, no, I just said QI come up. I didn't say no. I don't.
That's
no
a fact. She already told the girls she wasn't gonna attack her when she came up here. I mean, come on now. We all grown. We grown.
Exactly.
More emotional.
Yes,
and the conversation's good.
But what's gonna happen is because I'm a psychic or whatever. What's gonna happen is she's gonna click the link. If this heat is up here, she's gonna address this heat instead of coming up here. And just
if that's the case, she can say in the chat. If she's gonna be like that, then she can say right where she's at them.
No, but it's kind of like negative, right? You want to, what I'm saying? We all mature as well as she is. And so to say those type of things is negative. It is definitely not welcoming. And I know that y'all don't mean it that way, but it's definitely not saying, okay, well, I'm welcome and I'm not going to be, attacked. You can't say two things at the same time, right? So, if she want to come up, come up. But if she just don't want to, but I don't think this heat should have to get, I don't think this heat should have to get down either.
Oh, no.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
it's a maturity level.
If QI is still in the chat and she wants to come up, because I know she did get timed out. But if she's back and she want to come up, but not to come up to address this heat.
Just come up and add to the conversation, because I'm sure you got something to add to it. We would all love to hear it, and nobody's.
While they are deciding if they want to come up and tell a coming out story, Nicole asked a question. What was it? Do women relationships, are they more emotional than others? I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially you got two women that sync up. Ooh.
Yep.
And you both have that time. Oh Lord, we both tripping.
But I think, and I may be totally wrong from saying this, right? But I think it's so emotionally, it's such a emotional attachment that's so strong and powerful that makes the like a lot of people, like people who haven't experienced, right? They be like, well, what do two women get from each other? You know what I'm saying? You don't have no, all that type of talk, right? And they don't get like how two women can satisfy each other, but they don't understand it is so hugely emotional and mental, right? As much as the physical, when you get like how Bernadette said, when you have that connection like that, and it becomes like almost like together, like unison as one in a moment. You know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of, for me and my experiences, and I practice heterosexuality now, and I like love penis, but I must say, the mental and emotional ecstasy, you know what I'm saying, with being with another woman, not every time, but a couple of times in my life, is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, I don't know.
Can I piggyback on that? Because I think for example, for me, how I feel about is exactly what Demetri just said. Without going into too much detail on what we do, but the way we do it requires the mental and the physical. See,
and the emotional.
And the emotional, because when you're with a man, it don't really have to be, and you could do that with a woman too, but when you start doing what's another word for I don't want to say scissor, but scissor.
Trimming.
Okay, trimming. When you start trimming and you start and you with a person that y'all could, yeah, and you connecting each other like that, that thing it's a different level to me, because you really have to, first of all, for me to do something like that, I really have to be really close to you. But then to me, it's just a different level of intimacy. I've never been that intimate like that, like close to close, chest to chest, stomach to stomach, body to body. You get it with a man, but it's just different. In my experience, from both sides, it's just different for me with a woman. It just really is.
I'll explain it like this.
The psychology of it is different.
If you've been, well, which most of us that are truly, I call it 100% lesbian. If you ever been with a woman that you just bust out crying after you been intimate, now that's deep. Now that's emotional.
Can I chime in, Dcop?
Yeah, I ain't never
I used
been there
I
on
used to
either
I
side.
used to have sex. I used to, date men and all that kind of stuff. And I had sex with men, all through college, et cetera, whatever. However, when I had my second experience with this lady in Detroit, I mean, and she was, God knows, she was fine as she was a cross between Toni Braxton and Halle Berry. And I was good. I kept myself together, my composure. But when we got together, the second time, when her alarm system went off, okay, it was that powerful. And I had been with men and whatever, and ain't nothing, no size, no nothing, all kind, everybody, all that, whatever. But that one little thing right there, that little, woo, hallelujah. Yep. It's like I went to the stars, moon. I traveled all through the
Hallelujah.
Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. I didn't go to Uranus. I wasn't doing your anus.
Everybody experience. Okay.
But
that's the emotion. That's emotion.
That's it.
When you start crying for no reason other than you have felt that person's body. Mean, it's like you become one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
One, like you can be like almost inside of that person, not inside.
Yes.
And
we're all gonna have sex. We're gonna have one sex. Yeah, it's gonna be on tonight. But anyway.
Yeah. Benz, come up. I see Benz in the chat. Get up here.
I'm feeling it.
I'm definitely not going to have any relapse. I'm just only up here to share my experience, my strength, and my hope. I'm happily heterosexual.
Let me see what this time for, girl.
Wait, hold on. Before you even start, Benz, get up here.
Yeah,
the water's fine though.
And then you go say the passion between women is sometimes undescribable. That's right. Definitely. And you can't describe it. You can't say anything, and you bust out crying, and you just cry. And first time a woman did that to me, I said, "What?" I'm thinking, "What did I do? What's wrong? Why are you crying?"
Not a thing.
Right.
Let me tell y'all. This was so funny. This is.
Well, can I say something really quickly? So I was wondering. For two things. Like, first, my original question was when my sister was here with me, because she liked to accuse me of certain things. That's not true. Sometimes I may not be familiar with your vocabulary in the women community of the LGBT alphabet community, whatever, because I mostly get to hear about the men's side. So one thing I wanted to know is, y'all was basically addressing, but I wanted to know as far as the domestic violence thing is concerning. I was asking in the chat.
Y'all hit that button. Hit that like button.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's more? Well, I don't know if y'all date out your race or not, but do you find it? Well, it looks like y'all more studs. So if you're not a stud that's like that, do you find that your studs partners have more complaints about Black women and the thing with the studs? Because my sister personally, when she was straight, she didn't date anybody Black, and she said the same reason she don't date Black men is the same reason she don't date Black women.
What reason?
The reason?
I don't
Yeah,
know,
she
but I
stated
love.
that they basically picked up on toxic traits of black men. Like she's seen most of the black women studs that she came across. Of course, this is not my story. I don't know, but she's saying like most of the black women she came across, like most of the black men she came across, they came with like stereotypes, and she didn't want to be bothered.
Well, personally, I prefer my sisters, and that's who I choose to date, are my sisters, and they gonna always be my first choice. That's just me though. That's just me. That's just me.
My first
Yeah, I'm just saying she
girls
the
was
only
white,
one.
and I went black. I never went back. The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
I've dated white women. I've dated two or three, and
Well, to be full disclosure, my sister's more like, I guess would be a femme. Like she likes the provider, the male energy type. I don't know what y'all call it. I know you got a lot of different names now.
I mean, I'll have to say I like the black women better, because I get annoyed when I see white that hair all over my sink. It irritates me, and all over my floor.
Well, you can get that with a black girl too, because when she wear that weave and she brushing through that weave, it do the same thing. It do the
Come
same
through, stud.
thing.
Come through, stud. Yeah, y'all be hearing the same thing.
Well,
it all depends on the kind of depends on the kind of women that you align yourself with. So just like anything, black people are not a myopic culture of
monologue. We're not a monologue yet.
And just like lesbians are not that are not myopic. So it all depends on your socioeconomic class, who you've been around, et cetera, et cetera. Me personally, I think that everybody is toxic and has toxicity in their own way, form, or fashion, age. It don't matter, whatever. The bottom line is that the differentiation between us is how I deal with my toxicity, and how I make myself accountable, as opposed to lashing out and having anger issues with everybody. Dealing with me and dealing with my own issues, and stop blaming. I don't blame Asian people. I don't blame people from Jamaica. I don't blame I don't blame people because people don't have jobs and all that bullshit. I say, listen, it's on me. I gotta do what I gotta do. Everybody up here got 24 hours in a day, or 23 hours in some odd minutes. And so
come through with that education. Come through with that education.
So, everybody's toxic. Everybody. Puerto
Ricans,
Dominican, Panamanian, Haitian, everybody. Black people, Ecuadorian, Africans from the continent, Ghanaian, Nigerian, all that. Everybody. All of them got issues and problems, and just, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the thing. I love my sisters because they eat collard greens. And when I'm going downtown, when I want to eat the yameen, what happens is that it's got to be clean. And if you only eat carbs, I ain't down with you. The other thing is, black don't crack and beige don't age. Let me tell you something. My sisters, they can
milk gets spoiled easily.
My sisters can have 5 and 6 children and they still age beautifully. But I do not, and I repeat, I have not, and I repeat, it does not happen in the other races, nationalities, nor ethnicities as it does with my black don't crack and my beige don't age, my sisters. Okay.
And that's what I was trying to get through my sister, but I'm not trying to change her preference. I was just trying to explain to her, because she grew up in the same household, but it was indoctrinated in us. Don't date out your race. Even when she wanted to go out her gender, they said, don't go out your race, and she did. So
that's understandable.
Hey, Ben. Oh, what a surprise! Pizarro is coming.
Hey, Ben. Pizarro's coming up. Hey, Pizarro.
Well, she said,
out of mind.
She's almost home. I think she said she's almost home. But
where was she at?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, and then I have another question. Wait, I'm sorry. Another real quick question. Another quick question. if you are, and this is for anybody, straight or gay, if you are happy in your marriage, is there anything anybody can say to you to move you to a point that you come into a screaming, belligerent person, or whatever you want to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never try to force my way of life on people. Me per se, I don't believe in marriage because it's about, to me, it's a business, and I have not met anybody.
I agree with that.
I want to get, I have not met anybody I want to get in business to a point that I want to share my SSI number with them. So I don't, because I only deal with men. I don't trust the fact that I can hit the lotto tomorrow and suddenly I find out about your side baby and they can take me on child support. I don't trust you like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't get married. But it's a lot of married women out here depending on, first of all, Cash App. I'm not agreeing with that. I cannot deal with a man, or if I was gay, a woman that needs me begging on the internet. And number two, would you deal with a man that has you so upside that you on internet all hours of the day and not attending to your children? You obviously don't got a job. So what are you doing? I'm gonna meet myself.
What does this have to do with the topic, though? It's like you're trying to throw shots at somebody.
No. I'm not trying to throw shots at nobody. I ask specific questions. So if you took that as throwing shots, maybe you should reassess your life.
When he said,
No, from what I heard earlier in the spaceship, it's like you throwing shots. We're not trying to derail the show.
Spaceship? We are on a spaceship, or are we on the
No, boo, you came to derail the conversation. Kick her off the panel.
So, okay.
Hey, she got blocked out the chat. The bitch shouldn't even came on the panel. That's just me. Fuck her.
Exactly.
So
You know.
Okay.
So is this Pizarro panel or is this Dcop panel? I'm not clear.
no, Pizarro didn't say anything, but we were.
No, I know she didn't. She's not even here. But that's what I'm understanding. Where are they coming from? And they're not talking on the subject. What they trying to say? I'm not.
Okay. Vince.
Hey, what's up?
hey, Benz.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Benz.
How y'all doing?
I was saying, hey,
Yes,
but I was
How are
on
you?
mute.
Nah.
Hey,
After the
Ben.
pleasantry are done, can I have an answer to my question?
Oh,
No.
What was your question? I thought we answered.
No. There was no answer. I got answers about, like, okay, look at her. How old are you with a red wig, purple eyelashes? I mean, purple eyeshadow, purple lipstick.
Girl, don't make me go grab your picture, bitch. Don't make me go grab your picture. This bitch got black fungus on her nails. She weighed 1,500 goddamn pounds, and she embarrassed her own face. I'm sorry, Dcop. Let me go. My mouth. She got me fucked up.
I love it. Not the at the end though. They got me. That
Girl, them knuckles on that picture. Good God.
Okay.
Up there, I had to put you down.
She called me all kind of stuff last week, and I seen them knuckles today. I said, mercy. Like, oh my God.
No, she just wants clicks, views, and subscribers. Leave her ass right where she's at in the chat.
Called me all kind of things and said all kind of things about the way I look. And I said, well, I think I'm a beautiful woman. And then I seen it, and I saw, and I experienced. I'm going to just leave it at that.
Ben's had a minute, so I don't know if she's
working. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ben, say something. Just.
Oh, I'm not gonna overtalk anybody, so I'm gonna let y'all have it until y'all stop talking, and then.
Oh no, go ahead. Oh,
I was just coming up to tell Dcop that I was gonna show her some support. Like I had told you, I'd be working at night, so that's why I be sleeping. So, maybe you can have it like on the weekend one day, and I can contribute to the channel.
okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
That. All right. Well, y'all have a good night. I have to get ready for work now. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Let's see. Anybody in the chat have any questions for the panel?
I had a question for you, Dcop.
Yes.
All right. So I heard you say earlier about how you that you really dated like more. You started off dating studs, right? And that people
one stud.
Oh, just the one. Oh,
and reason being because that was, I think everybody go through this. You don't know what you are.
Right.
You have to find out. And some of our friends had told us, say, you know why y'all can't get along? Because y'all two of a kind. And
Right.
I didn't understand. I was like, what are you
Right.
talking about? They was like, y'all, you two of a kind. Both of you stud. I said, no, I'm not.
You didn't think so. Right. And that's so my question would be this. Do y'all think as a panel, right? Okay, in different experiences, do you feel like sometimes the physical makeup, like what you're born in, the physical makeup, like either real small, petite, feminine, or maybe big and broad shoulder, more masculine looking, do you think that also plays a role in which way you go with that? Because I know it can be very mistaken sometimes because of physicality, right? Physicality, somebody might think, okay, she a stud just off of broad shoulders like Dcop's, right? Or just like you know what I'm saying? And that don't even have to be the case. Like how you said, Dcop, right?
It's energy. It's
yeah,
energy.
and I know for me being so little and petite, you know what I'm saying? I've been mistaken at times because people just assume and put you under that label.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So do y'all experience that?
Energy. Once we get past the physical and what we think, then you have to now go into talking to the person and watching their disposition, their demeanor, how they react to things, how they how they can mix and mingle with different people, how they feel, how and where they feel comfortable, how and where they feel uncomfortable. So it all depends. It really does.
For me, I guess the way it affected me was I always had a hard time finding someone because nobody never knew I was a lesbian. I just don't look like one. I mean, not that, the old adage, well, what does a lesbian look like? Well, certainly if you saw me sitting somewhere, you would think you wouldn't. Like, I don't have any identifying marks except, so I tried to be very honest, put rainbows on my car, wear some to ring or bracelet rainbow, just so, because if there's just some women that you wouldn't know they were lesbians. Like Demetria, I wouldn't have guessed that about you,
There's a lot of them. There are a lot of them.
Right. There's a lot of people like that. And you don't do it on purpose. It just happens. Like, you just don't know. And like I said, when I was dating and all that, I used to try to put something flaggish on
not flaggish.
Yeah, man, flaggish, put that rainbow flaggish on, some kind of something to identify so people would say hi to you in the market or if you go to, unisex clubs, that the right women to come up to you because, you got something on that's, a patch on the back of your jeans. I don't know. Hell, a necklace that says lesbian or something, because I don't have any identifying marks, but I see how it would TC or Dcop would easily be identified.
Well, see,
listen,
now
let me tell you something. Hold on, player. Hold up. Wait a minute, Dcop.
Wait, let me get first.
Because men love me. Don't get into this shit.
I know y'all look at me and say stud, but do you know that men do not know? They don't have a clue.
I wouldn't think that you was 5 foot. You look like you could be like, I always thought you was tall. When you said 5 foot, the same size as me, that took me out. Like, I just got floored. I'm like, girl, I'll drink tea off your top of your head.
But with men,
do not know. They do not know. And I mean, and you may think that they may say, well, yeah, she got to be gay because she's like that, but that's not true. And they love that. They don't think that I'm gay or anything. And I'm totally different. What y'all see on the outside is not who I am on the inside. My wife was more of a, I don't know. She wore a little makeup, foundation, and that's about it. But with her, I was more submissive because I guess that's what she was looking for. So it made me be what she was looking for, and it allowed me to be who I also am.
Right.
But Y'all look at me and say stud.
Not with that blue top on with them titties out tonight, not to be rude, but I ain't gonna lie. And now that I know you little bitty too, I'm like, well, goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying. Men, listen, men and women think.
Girl, you gonna lose your stud label.
She say them titties
No,
are titties.
listen, let me tell you something.
Them titties, them things
Men
are things.
love the tatas. And guess what I love doing? I love showing them because I get what I want when I go places and things of that nature because they can't help it. And I already know that that's their weakness because they weak like that. Yo, yes.
Well,
and
you know what?
These 44 double D's right here, they feeds the world. So that's right, Dcop. We're gonna handle that business and we're gonna get what we want, how we want it, and things of that. And then we won't ever have to sleep with them Africans because guess what? We got all of these. We don't have to sleep with them.
I think a lot of men I think a lot of men secretly attracted to more butchy and masculine looking lesbians. You know what I'm saying? Because it appears to be like somewhat of a challenge. It appears to be something of a fetish. It appears to be, you know what I'm saying?
You know how many dudes love that young MIA or the young MI or me? What is
they like that. You know what I'm saying?
They love her.
Ma, young ma.
Yeah, they love her.
Yeah.
Not the way she looking these days.
Yeah, not right now. But yeah.
Are y'all sure those men are straight?
Yeah, they be straight.
Because I don't
because
think
guess
men.
what? They don't never think about the fact that a woman being like a stud. They think about the coochie between her legs.
They'll try to take you down too. They'll try to take you down because
they still know it's a coochie up in there somewhere.
Right.
As long as it's a coochie, they don't care.
Yeah, but that's like me, like
lesbian women, those that are 100% lesbian, not bisexual women, bi-curious,
like QI,
yeah, have not been with women, and that is what they like. The fact they know that you've never been with a man. I mean,
they want to turn you out. Yeah.
And another thing, Mickey in the chat, long as Mickey have been one of my Dcop squad, Mickey asked me one day, out of the blue, he said, "Aren't you transgender? Aren't you transgender? Aren't you a trans man?" Mickey,
trans man. What the freak?
Oh, a lot of studs, you know, like the hardcore studs and stuff like that. Now these days, I mean, back in the gap, as compared to now, it would almost be like called trans, you know, female to male, right? But then a lot of time with the lesbians, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Just because they studs don't mean they want to be
right.
At all.
Just because a man does drag doesn't mean that he wants to be trans either.
Right.
You know, or just because a man likes to dress up in women's clothes, that don't mean that they're trans either. So you really gotta check in with the person and see where they are with it.
And Mickey dates trans men. So I guess I was a handsome looking trans man to him.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, I mean, I get plenty of women look at me. I get plenty of them that, you know.
But isn't he considered like gay? Kind of. I mean,
Mickey is gay. Yeah, he's gay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know no straight man that's attracted to a woman that looks like a dude.
Right.
Because I don't show any of that stuff on myself. Like, I dress very masculine. If anything, I mean, I'm not that big to begin with or whatever. But yeah, I just always thought that I don't know any straight men who would think that I was attractive. Like,
not so much attractive, but they know you got a coochie still, and that's the whole thing. But what I was making is that's the point I'm making. When I said that, what I meant by that is they may not pursue you as like to date you, you know what I'm saying, or pursue you as to wife you up or thinking about being your boyfriend. But on the cool, a lot of times I didn't heard dudes, I didn't seen dudes where they still say, man, I'll fuck the shit out that chick. You know what I'm saying? I'll get her all the way right. You know what I'm saying? I was you know?
Oh, okay.
Because at the end of the day, you don't look like no nigga. Okay, you don't look like a boy. You have a very feminine face. You still look like a female. So when they look at you, they don't see all that. All they see is she's a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to tap that. I want to take that down.
and that's what they tell me. Even though the gay people or people in the chat, y'all, because y'all know that I'm gay. Men that don't know, they see. I mean, I don't have a hard face. I still have a soft face. Yes, I have muscles, but there's bodybuilders that's not gay. So it could be that. So they don't know. And the other thing, Mickey here said Dcop used to look trans back in the day. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how. I think I look the same. Same hairstyle. Yeah, I still look the same. Now, one thing I don't do, and I have this on, and y'all will see me like this in the house when but I always wear tank tops. This just happened to be one of my Dcop squad shirts. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Mm-hmm.
But it said Dcop squad.
Yeah.
Women of wisdom. That group we had. But yeah, and my voice is.
We see him. I mean, we see it.
But yeah, normally I don't. Stump Down talked about my tatas today. But I just happen to have these T-back shirts, and I wear them when I'm at home in the house. But I normally don't go out with them on. I normally have on something else.
You just wanted to show the World Wide Web, and we loving it. No, I just play it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they got on to me today on Stump Down's channel. All of them. I was prepositioned by men on numerous occasions with money, and I tell them get the fuck out of here.
Damn, with money?
Yeah, well, that's not. I don't do that. I'll be
I
like,
think that's
okay,
questionable.
come over here. Let's have this little talk now.
It's interesting that Dovey was in the chat earlier when she was saying a lot of stuff about lesbians, and she made a colorful live about me being lesbian as well, just the other day. So
yeah, she did say that.
Oh, she did.
Oh, really? Height. I would never thought. Guess 5 feet. Yeah, everybody says that. Most of my pictures, it's the way that they're shot. I usually get people to squat down, and they take the picture going up. It makes me look taller. But I'm only 5 feet.
how tall is everybody on this panel?
You be catfishing people and everything, Dcop. That's called a visual catfish.
I'm 5'7".
Well, me, I'm 5'9".
Ooh, tall.
Nice.
I'm 5'8". I'm 5'8.5".
Who said that?
I'm TC.
Oh, okay. I had my eyes closed.
How tall are you, Heat?
I'm 5'8".
5'8".
Damn, y'all good.
My driver's license says 5'8", but I say 5'9".
I'm 5'2".
And I like to wear heels.
I'm right at 5 foot.
Lord, watch out for them little
them little feisty little somethings.
Okay. Them little
you know, I got the Napoleon complex and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You're dead all right. And that's why every last one of y'all, Dcop, we're going back to the pandemic them days. I told you we got to take the women and we got to make sure every Friday that they get a whooping. They got to line them up. They all got to get a whooping because they're out of order. Yes, very much.
I like shoot.
Y'all like it, so we don't what?
How tall are you, Mickey? About 6'3", 6'4"?
Shoot.
Probably 6'3". Let's see. How tall?
Yeah, Mickey, how tall are you?
Size 2. Who's a size 2?
Mickey look like he fine.
He is.
6 feet. That's good. I love tall women. I mean, I absolutely cannot date a short woman.
I like tall women too. I like tall studs, but I like little small women. Fish. I like them little like me.
They either real small or real tall. Like, yeah.
Ben say she's 5'4", and see, people tell me that when I did wear uniforms, they say I walk tall, I act tall.
Who NYW threatening to put in a chokehold?
NYW is violent. It was just violent.
That's my friend. She'll put you in a chokehold for real.
Yeah.
I know what you mean by walk tall. That's how my friend is. When I first seen him and everything, he walked like he just so goddamn. Big. He big as fuck in the room. You know what I'm saying? His presence, it speaks.
Like I said, we all nasty and short.
I'm not.
Hold up, just. And why you gonna put me in the chokehold for what? Just because I said that we're gonna have to line all of y'all up and give y'all a spanking on Friday, just like we used to take laxatives on Friday. Don't do that.
What?
Oh yeah,
y'all remember back in the day? Black people used to always, black
take castor oil. Yes, we did.
Always make sure.
Oh yeah, I took castor oil, but I didn't know it was for. I don't know what for.
Laxative. We took our laxative.
It clean you out. It clean you out.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got my little spoon of castor oil and a spoon of sugar behind it. I didn't even know what the hell it was for.
So just you're absolutely right. I'm not trying to get you in the cut. I'm trying to put you out there. You know what I'm saying?
You've been trying for years.
Misunderstood. Are you straight or bi or bi-curious or any of that? I'm just wondering. I was gonna say you come up if you had something to say.
What happened to this heat?
Oh, did she fall off?
Oh shoot, yeah.
Maybe she
coming back. Yeah, I kept falling off. I kept hitting the wrong fucking button, so it kept dropping me.
I was trying to see if NYW, can you drop the link in case this heat dropped off?
Yeah, my phone got
Mary
hot.
Clarence say she's 6 feet. Now that's a tall drink of water.
Yeah, I love.
Who's 6?
Loves to climb trees.
I never have, but I wouldn't mind.
I never climbed one either. Not a real one.
That's right, Aisha know what's up. See, everybody acting like they didn't get no daggone laxative on Fridays. Stop playing.
Drop the link for misunderstood. Oh, you got it. I like tall women, but most tall women don't like short women. They don't want short women. You know, somebody have gave me the boot because they asked me how tall I was. I told them 5 feet. They was like, I don't date tall.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. If I seen you on Plenty of Fish, I would have kept right on going if it said 5 feet.
Me too.
Yeah, I would
too. You have to be taller than me. I can't date nobody my height or shorter than me.
Yeah,
I can't do it. I have to look up to you.
You're gonna give me the X because I'm 5 feet.
I'm sorry. There's some women that like 5 feet. They just probably not on this panel.
Yes, just right.
I like feminine women small, you know what I'm saying? But for a stud, oh my God, I would have to have like a tall stud.
Yeah, he has to be tall. I mean, she has to be tall. The stud.
I like a femme that's tall and big and yummy, so you could take her down.
That's what I say. Climb that tree, Jessica.
You gotta tame them. They gotta be trained and tamed, and that's the problem with.
You be talking shit. You know that.
I messed with one feminine girl that was thick and shit like that, and babe, I was like, damn, how am I handle this thickums? You know what I'm saying? Because all the feminine women was be like small and petite, and baby, when I got with that thick one. And I got the rub it down. Oh no! I was like, damn. I said that's why them niggas like them thick ass girls. You know what I'm saying? It be a lot to them and shit. It be like a bunch of thighs and a bunch of goddamn hips, a bunch of ass. Pop.
Hey, Demetria, you ain't too loud around him, are you?
Yep.
That's all right, Demetria. That's right.
You think I can handle a tall woman?
Yes, you could. That's right.
A woman that was 6'3". I mean 6'9".
Look, don't worry. I'm gonna get a bunch of pee tonight to get my mind right.
Dude, when you lay down, you the same size.
Same size.
Exactly.
That's a goddamn lie. Cause when
I can't deal with her.
They lied about that. It's like climbing a mountain. Shit. I was like, ooh. And once you get at the top of that mug and put your flag down, it feel like, yeah.
Put your flag down, Demetra.
Crazy.
When you stake your claim,
How you doing?
Oh, it isn't misunderstood.
Hey, MU.
Hi, Demetra. How you guys?
Hey, MU.
Hi, all of you. So to answer your question, I didn't want to put in the chat. I am straight except for when I'm dating a female. So I am currently.
Well, damn. How's that for ironic?
Hold up.
Okay. So I am currently in.
Oh no!
Wait, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Oh, you all the way gone now.
Yeah, we need to hear this.
A lot. She be in the
Oh, I'm breaking up.
She in the mountains.
Oh, okay. She back.
Okay, I am in the mountains. Let me go.
Come down off the mountain.
Out of the. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Leave your flag there.
And you better come back.
But you know what? It's something about dealing with somebody that's thicker than you, because if you can dominate somebody that's thicker than you, you feel good about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you feel strong as hell. Like you feel like, yeah, I'm mighty. You know?
Yeah, you feel good about yourself.
My little muscles get big.
And especially when you made them weak at the knees and at the toes and everything else, and then they start crying. They start crying. And they start crying. And they start crying your name. Yes,
Wait
you
a
done
minute,
got it.
y'all know that comedian? I forget what the comedian name was, but he said after he tap it, he do like the niggaling dance, and he be dancing.
Nah, some of them big thick heifers start trying to bully their weight on you and throw your ass around when they want to. See, I ain't with all that shit.
Nah, they gotta be
I'm with all
at that
shit.
point.
Let me out.
They gotta
I'm with every last bit.
I want all the smoke.
See what I'm saying? So a whooping on Friday wouldn't do y'all any good because y'all like it probably.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
My girl like to be spanked. I don't do the spanking.
Nah, I'm not into all that.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna get a spanking, but I will spank. I have some wood. Really.
Not fair. We can't.
That's your diamond in the chat intrinsic.
Huh?
That's your diamond in the chat intrinsic.
Yeah, that's my diamond.
Hey, girl.
I'm just telling her business, child.
That's what's up, Diamond. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we ain't get. Let me see. Do I have my board of education here?
Not I'm a dominatrix. Nene say she a whole dominatrix, Lord.
Oh, Nene?
Wait a minute. Y'all said dominatrix. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. What we doing now?
Well, Nene Goat is a dominatrix.
You are Nene the goat? So, Nene.
You can't explain me.
Hey, let me can I
You the dom? Are you the dom, Nene?
Yeah, she said nothing but submissive for her.
Okay.
She's not dealing with nobody except a submissive.
If I did indulge, I would be submissive.
So, but at some time, even though as you're a dominatrix, you have to submit sometime. You have to.
Can I share something with y'all?
Of course. Go ahead.
This was on my little profile. This was on my profile in 2016.
Okay, come on with it.
It's called "I Miss Being Kissed." Not the jamming down your tongue, someone's throat kind of kiss. There's a time and a place for that. You know, like when it's a slight pull of the hair, a slow kiss, a fast stroke, a slight choke.
That was a profile.
Push, fuzzy cuffs, and a little rope. Y'all ain't ready? Marinate. That's it.
Was that a profile or what was that?
That was on my POF.
I would say this goddamn girl crazy. She thinks she Eric Badu.
Put a little something. I wanted to go, fuzzy cuffs and a little stroke and, all of that.
A rope.
Yeah,
we had a poetic justice moment.
A slight rope.
Very good. Very good, Philly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just a little rope. Not a lot intrinsic. Just, like
the rope.
Yeah. Just a little
rope. The velvet
rope.
I
like the poem though. I like the poem.
Yeah, it's the velvet rope.
Yes, honey.
I'm gonna put it out on a little short tomorrow. I'm gonna put that out. I mean, I ain't putting no invitations out. I'm just putting the shirt out on it. Okay. I had to pull them up because when you start talking about the spanking on Fridays, I was like, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. Okay.
Hey, I'll see you at what in about a couple hours.
TC, cut it out. You know, TC always push the envelope. It would be TC.
Right.
Keep pushing it, baby. Keep pushing it.
Now I don't do that choking and pulling hair. I mean,
oh my God, you can never mess around. I need all that. I need to.
I need it all.
Don't pull my locks.
I need my
That is my number one rule.
On my own.
That is my number one rule.
She'll do it.
I have had a girl tell me to do
pull
that.
My locks. Do not.
But I was scared. I was scared to do it because I'm strong, and I didn't want to make a mistake and choke her and kill her ass.
See, TC, I know you don't do it because it ain't with two hands. It's only with one, baby.
I know that right here.
And it's only with literally 3 fingers. It's not even the whole hand.
That's right there. Well, I need my thumb, baby. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
We need the thumb because the thumb is clinking on right here.
See, the later I stay on here, the worse it gets.
It's a turn on. It's a fucking turn on.
Misbehaving, say, choke me, pull my wig.
She said, pop me.
Pow, 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 pow.
Safe words, yes.
No safe words. No safe words.
Jessica, a mess. All of that.
Is that Jessica with the blue rings around her name? Jessica, you Jessica that be in the chat with the blue ring circles by your name?
No, she the lipstick.
Yeah, no, I used to. Yeah, I used to have the blue, the evil eye. Yeah, and then I changed it to the lipstick.
Okay, hey, okay, I got you.
You can pull my hair, but
just cute too, by the way, y'all. Her page is real cute.
You'll get to pulling on my locks and you'll pull one out, and I will be infuriated. Okay, not just mad, infuriated. I might go to jail.
My locks is tight intrinsic.
You get to pulling on me, I'm gonna think you being aggressive and want to fight. Fuck the dumb shit. I don't.
No.
Demetria, I don't take that as no love, huh?
Demetria, I think you was a dude in your past life. I really do.
You know what? I do too.
I
you
think
know
you
what I'm
was
saying?
a dude.
I do too. And I don't know, I'm gonna just say this. Sometimes I wonder, I say, boy, my social economics was different. You know what I'm saying? Then what would I be doing? You know what I'm saying? I can't afford to have no woman. Shit. Period. You know what I'm saying? But if my money was long, I can see whereas,
things might be a little different.
Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I want to be, not that I'm older, you know what I'm saying? I just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You. Yeah.
I just do me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It got to be like an attraction of but then again, I'm not never in a space with a lot of lesbians. You know what I'm saying? I don't be in gay spaces, homosexual, you know what I'm saying? I don't be in I don't be in those spaces and stuff, so it's not even a temptation to me. But sometimes I can find myself feeling real extra lesbian-y, you know what I'm saying?
Like tonight.
So basically,
yeah.
I'm floored.
I'm gonna work the steps on this, and I'm gonna be okay.
Not work the steps.
Oh, look, Misbehaving said, I want to be sore for days after.
Oh shit!
Oh hell no!
I can't be so. I got to work tomorrow. But you know what? Back in the day when I was younger, I guess you wanted to feel that that thing with that tingle when you walk, like ooh, you go to pee and it's like ooh, that thing's stinging a little bit, But nah, not now.
I only had one time that I had had that type of experience, and I ain't gonna lie. For that one time, I was in my 20s, and when I had that them love taps, which I don't like that shit now, but then it would be like them whelps on you, you know what I'm saying? And I would kind of touch the whelps the next day and kind of get like a tingle and a turn on, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But it's just experiences, yeah. We all.
Yeah, it was the experience. It was cool, but then I learned that I wasn't, I'm not really
not
into that.
Life.
Yeah.
That good will make you go crazy. I had to get my psychics involved, and that's why his ass blocks me. But we talking now.
I know. So we probably all over the place. That's a good lie.
Drop the link. Could you please, NYW? Misunderstood is back.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to hear about this part-time lesbian thing. She, she with a woman. She would, I need to hear this story.
She will act bad.
Misbehaving
just to
say, I
be
will act
punished.
bad to be punished.
But you know, like for
that part, that's right there.
Sorry.
They
In my experience,
she's a bear poker. She's a bear poker because she likes that smoke. You see what I'm saying? And
oh hell no.
No, I
yeah,
can't.
yeah. Y'all like that? Y'all do that on purpose.
No.
Yes,
because I can get it without doing it. I'll just ask for it.
You're wrong.
Get
Yes,
into
you
argument.
do. Y'all
Well, sometimes you do start shit so you can see how it's gonna go, and so you can kind of get put.
That breakup sex.
I've done that. I've done that. But I feel like for me, with my personality and my demeanor at times, which is it's just I'm such a Gemini, right? For me, I can only get with like super masculine men. You know what I'm saying? They have to be super masculine. I'm not talking about just in physicality. I'm talking about even mentally, right? They can't be no pushover. They can't be too soft and shit like that. Because I'm a totally damn bully them, right? I have to have a man that's just exudes masculinity and that I absolutely be submissive to, right? Because if I got it take a certain type of man, because if you have any type of softness or push in you, I'm gonna push it to the limit, and then they end up hating me. You know what I'm saying? Or saying stuff to me like, "You ain't no damn nigga. Who the man in this relationship?" All that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Q, I didn't understand what she said. She said, "Have we watched something?" What was that?
I don't know, but Dcop, it's past my bedtime. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down. Thank you for having me. Shout out to the panel. I'm gonna go get in the chat.
Good night, Intrinsic. It was good being on the panel with you, love.
And you know what? I actually have to get off too, so I'm gonna say bye while Intrinsic saying bye. Because it's kind of late.
I'm gonna go to.
I'm gonna hang around a little bit more.
This was a great
night,
panel.
y'all.
All
Good
right,
night, Demetra.
Later.
Invite me back. I had so much fun.
All right, Demetra.
Next Thursday.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah. There she goes. All right, boo.
All right, Jessica.
Now, Aisha makes a good point. She says that
did y'all drop the link for what's her name? Misunderstood?
NYW. I don't know how to do that. Aisha makes a good point about Niecy Nash. She's married to a woman, but she doesn't identify as a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
She said she fell in love.
She just fell in love with a woman. I get that.
That makes sense.
I understand that.
I can understand it too. I really
Did y'all drop the link for Misunderstood?
Dcop, would it be okay if I do a shameless plug right now?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I'm just gonna be live tomorrow at 6 talking about same sort of things, relationships, the beginning, the middle, and the ends. So if anybody want to stop past tomorrow to my channel, you're more than welcome to come on through.
Yeah, definitely. If anybody could get her a link, you can drop it in.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Did Misunderstood did she get dropped again? Is she in the country?
I think she said she was.
She came back in the chat. I seen her in the chat, but I don't know.
Dcop, I'm gonna be right back. I have to do something right quick.
Okay. Misbehaving say, what's the link?
Yeah, I don't think I can drop it.
Maybe one of the mods can find it. Were there any straight? Just ask, were there any straight women on the panel that had never been with a woman before? I missed the beginning. I think everybody had been. Yeah, I think everybody that was on the panel had been with a woman before. I supposed to had some straight women, but they didn't show. B Town was up there. Miss B Town Hester was up there. She hadn't, and my other straight woman, she didn't show up. She didn't feel good. Hey, misunderstood.
How are you? Can you hear? How's my sound now?
Good.
Is it better? It's good. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
better.
good.
Hi. How are you guys?
Good.
Okay. So you want me to explain what I was talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so I consider myself a straight female, because I'm not in a relationship with a girl at this moment. I'm just dating a guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said I'm straight, except for when I'm dating a female.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Well, I guess that would be straight. It's not. No.
So you say like Niecy Nash says, when you're with a woman, you're just in love with that individual person. You're not you don't necessarily consider yourself to be gay or a lesbian. You consider yourself to be just with a woman at the time.
Yeah, and I am loyal to the person that I'm with. I think there's a better word. If I wasn't driving, I think there's a word called pansexual or something like that, where you just.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's the word.
Would you say
I'll date
bisexual?
anyone I'll date
bisexual.
anybody I connect with. So even if it was like a let's say a guy that's like, oh, I'm gonna dress in drag and all that, I'm cool with it. It's cool. So I think the word is pansexual. Yeah.
Oh, fluid. Yeah. Fluid.
Sexually fluid, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wouldn't put myself in that category of women that just date women, because that's not me, and I wouldn't consider myself bi.
So you would date a queer guy if he was queer, basically.
If we connect, well, that word I'm just now getting used to when they added the Q to the LGBTQIA community, so I'm just now getting used to that term. But I'll date anybody that I connect with. If we connect, I don't care what you're into.
Gotcha. Well, that's good.
Hey, TC.
Hey, what's up? MU?
Nothing. So that's why I'm like, I can't really put that in the chat because that's hard to explain. People are like, what the hell is she talking about? But yeah.
Sapien.
So would you guys consider me straight? Would y'all consider me straight? I would consider myself straight.
No, if you date women, you're not straight.
Maybe a freak. No, I'm just joking. No, I wouldn't consider you straight. No, definitely not. But again, I think it's more, pansexual or just fluid, maybe gender. Well, not gender fluid. I'm sorry, sexually fluid.
I know, and if I wasn't in my car, I would look it up, because I want to say either fluid, or I really think the term is pansexual though.
Or non-binary
fluid. Not pansexual.
Non-binary fluid?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's so many names.
Or is it binary? No, it's non-binary, because
she identifies as a woman. That's binary.
Yeah, I'm very feminine. I'm a woman always. Yeah.
Oh,
and the relationships with women that I've had, not saying that I've had a lot, because I would have said I was bi-curious, but if you've dated more than 5 females, can you still call yourself bi-curious? So I don't know.
You ain't curious. You know the deal.
Not curious. If you did one, then you could be you can say I was bi-curious.
Right.
Yeah, that's if you don't do it again. Then you bi-curious.
Oh, after the 5th time, I guess I know. Okay.
That's a good question.
5, 6,
7,
it is.
8, what's that?
9, 10. 11,
how many does it take? How many leaks does it take?
2. That's it.
But 1 or 2. I don't know.
I mean, 1 you try it and you find out, and you say no, and then I don't think you're curious anymore. But 2, you're no longer curious.
Then you're no longer bi-curious,
right? But 1, you find out.
I have a question for you all, since you brought up the 1 time. So if a woman is with, say, another woman and she doesn't like it, and then you're saying, okay, well, she was just curious, it doesn't necessarily make her gay. What about if a guy did that? Would that make him If he tried it one time, because a lot of people would be like, "No, Negro, you're gay."
No, he would be bi-curious.
Yeah, I think it would be the same. He just
So it's
tried it one time.
still the same. Okay. Just
in my opinion. Now, other men tend to have other opinions about that,
But men are going to call
right. But for me, I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I have been here 3 hours. It is such a delight. I have had an awesome time. It's been a great panel. But I do have my grandbaby in the morning, so I got to get off of here. Thank you for having me, DC Cop.
Yeah, we're going to get up next. This stool is still in my
Bye,
butt.
Bernadette.
It's always good to see you, TC. And MU, it was nice talk. This is my first time being on the panel and talking with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you.
I'll have to come over and visit you more often now that I know that you passed by Curious, that you done put 5 of them under. Okay. No, I'm just joking.
Come on over.
She done put 5 of them. Oh my stars! What? Not little Miss Passum. You got to be kidding.
Yeah. So pansexual is someone attracted to both sex and identified genders.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would probably be considered that, right?
Pansexual?
No.
No. You're not.
Okay, I'm gonna think on it. That's gonna be my homework assignment. Let me look up these terms more because I guess y'all not feeling a straight thing. So I want to rethink that, and I'm gonna come back with a better answer.
Dig it.
Okay.
All right.
But we know you're bisexual. You're not bi-curious.
I don't know about that because so it wasn't like 5. Okay, so I started dating like my first female relationship as a teenager. So let's say about 11 when you count. But
you ain't bi-curious. That's not curious. That's not being curious.
So, so I'm going to think about these terms. I'm gonna look them up more, and I'm gonna come back with a better answer because I just don't feel bisexual.
Okay.
You don't feel bisexual?
No.
I don't think bisexual is a feeling.
It's an act.
Oh, I think it's a feeling.
Act. No, it's not a feeling. It's an act. If you date men and you date women, it doesn't mean at the same time. If you will date both sexes, you're bisexual.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I learned something new. I'm still gonna say it my way, but I definitely agree with your definition.
See how that works? See.
Thank you for having me, Dcop. I got that, and I have that in my head. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, I'll be in your chat. See you later. Good night, TC.
All right.
So Dcop, you did an awesome job. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Excellent.
Yeah,
everybody.
Explain the difference between pan and bi to me in
that would be good
terms
for us to really break down these terms. Like everybody, get a chance to, we need to break down some of these terms. So I like to
let me read these terms again to y'all. And then y'all can look them up.
I'm gonna have to drop down, but I wanted to say thank you to Victoria as well. And everybody, Neen the GOAT. I appreciate you. Dcop, thank you.
All right. I'm gonna read these things and then we're gonna go because my ass is hurting. I'm sitting on a stool and I don't have much back there as it is. Okay, where are my glasses at so I can see? Let's see. Oh, we know we got heterosexual, we have bisexual, transsexual, pansexual, asexual, demisexual, sapiosexual, fluid, binary, non-binary, and poly. So that's a lot of them. And I don't use the only thing misbehaving says she's a sapiosexual. Okay. The only thing I use is homosexual and heterosexual. That's it. They came up with all of this recently, and no. But next time, I've never heard of demisexual. I gotta look that up. Yeah. I was trying to think of the definition of it. I forgot. I didn't write them down, but next time I'll look them all up. And I think demisexual is when you it's the mind that you're into. You're into the person's mind. Is that right, not misunderstood, but misbehaving, or NYW? One of y'all, I know y'all know, but I'm gonna look it up to make sure that I'm not saying it wrong. Yeah, misbehaving, sapiosexual is cool. Yep, I never heard of he hadn't heard of demisexual. Yeah, I'm gonna get to the definition of demisexual, and let y'all. And next time I'll tell y'all what it is. All right, good people. Thanks everybody that came by. I enjoyed it. I think we all enjoyed it. It was fun. And our next panel is next Thursday. And as I always do, I'll put up the topic so everybody know what we'll talk about. I'm going to try and make the next one fun and spicy. Oh, okay. Mickey got demisexual. Demisexuality is a sexual orientation in which a person feels sexually attracted to someone only after they developed a close emotional bond with them. Okay. And then misunderstood says section. Individual does not experience primary sexual attraction, the type of attraction that is based on immediately observable characteristics. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well. It's weird, but they got them all. They got all kinds of there. Yes, domestic violence was a serious topic, but we still have fun. Yeah, we had fun after it was all done and said. So next week, I'm going to find something that is exciting to talk about, fun, spicy. We could definitely have fun with it. Maybe a little embarrassing, but we'll do it. There's also demi-pansexual. Oh my God, it's too many of them. I missed that one. Wow. All right, good people. Ooh, I gotta get up. I don't want them saying I'm showing my tatas either, but I had to get up. My butt was hurt. Thank y'all very much for coming, and I guess I will see y'all the next panel. Thanks. And thanks to all my moderators. I appreciate y'all. Y'all worked hard. I know it's bedtime for NYW. Thanks, Mickey, all the panelists, and everybody in the chat. And I will see y'all next video. Sex toys. Yeah, we can do that.